Your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's on.
It's Wednesday, Albuquerque. So that means. Oh, baby. No, we're at ABQ Hacks.
You can hear them clunking and chunking in the background already, baby.
So a birthday party over there in the corner. Got a whole bunch of new friends of the show showing up. We had a friend of the show come up to us beforehand, Bob, and she said, "Hey, you guys here to do trivia?"
Yeah.
And we go, "No, we're not. We're not the trivia guy." She goes, "I love trivia." So
yeah, come back at 7.
Yes.
I'll ask you a lot of questions.
If we did a trivia episode, if I did one of those if we did an end of the year where it was like, Van, you know that name the tennis player who won the Wimbledon, the Australian Open, and his 15th Grand Slam title. And you would say,
I would say, obviously, John McEnroe.
Yeah, Pete Sampras.
Uh-huh.
That would be
That would be my answer. And I would crush it.
It would be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% true. It's gonna be a good program today. We're gonna enjoy it here from the Axe Room. We're on till 7, man. What a fun full episode of this program. Back-to-back full eppies. What's going on here? What is something in the water?
Lucky Duke City.
So we're gonna be here all night long. Come hang out with your boys, Osuna and San Mateo. You get what, half off? Is that what you get?
$7.50 off per person, per lane, per hour.
So that could be.
It's basically free.
It could be hundreds of dollars.
It's basically free.
That's hundreds of dollars.
If you stay here all day, that's like $75 in your pocket.
If you're like friend of the show, who like just drops your kid off for free childcare, and they're like, yeah, they're fine. They're at ABQX. They're
way cheaper than a babysitter.
Van and Fred got us the deal.
We got a pile of fire and knives right here.
It's going to be a good one, though, for sure. The news of the day has nothing to do with axes, which is disappointing.
Kind of does. He's about to get axed.
Got the axe.
That's for sure.
The Broncos see the truth. That is Jarrett Stidham. I can't even go there. They're going for the 60 overall. Jarrett Stidham. And they're replacing Let's Ride Russell Wilson for the final 2 games of the season, preserving their financial flexibility from the offseason. What?
If Pete Carroll, who won a Super Bowl and went to another Super Bowl with the same dude, doesn't want him, why do you want sloppy seconds with this loser?
Broncos country. Let's
ride the bench.
Yeah, let's goodbye. Like, what do you say? It's Bronc over is what it is. I really struggled. That was not a good one. Got a lot of this. What's the one the kids are saying now? Cook?
Look,
they're saying cook?
The only good Bronco is right here in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
We got him for like at least 5 years, right? Is that the contract?
Are you talking about Bronco Lobo Mendenhall?
Of course I am.
Let Russ walk. It's not let Russ cook. It's let Russ walk.
This situation is so yummy.
Take him
Jared Stidham, they're starting Jared Stidham the last 2 games to avoid the situation that if Russell Wilson gets hurt, they don't have to give him $37 million guaranteed. This exact same situation happened.
This is not real.
This is why they're doing this.
Say it again, but slower.
Okay. If Russell Wilson plays in one of these last 2 games and gets hurt, there's a stipulation in his contract that he gets $37 million guaranteed for injury insurance.
I would pretend to get hurt.
I would have done it last week.
I'm sure there are tests for that.
When you're getting beat by the 4-win New England Patriots, 3 wins at the time, when you're getting beat by this team, I would have just fell over, man. Oh, my calf or something.
Yeah. Somebody Bailey zapped me in my leg.
Oh, bummer. But now they're giving the keys to the Bronco Porsche to Jared Stidham, who ironically was in this exact same situation last year for the Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. They did this to Derek Carr last year, and Jared Stidham was the guy there stepping up and making sure the Raiders save money, just like they're doing the exact same thing this year in Denver. It is hilarious.
It is ridiculous, is what it is. The only thing that can make it that much better, which is a real thing, is if they cut him,
which they are going to.
and Seattle picks him back up. And then the worst trade in the history of the NFL has become full circle.
Oh, God, that'd be funny. Oh, that'd be so funny.
What if instead of cutting him, you wait to the offseason and you trade him to Seattle for Drew Lock?
Oh, give
Just
me
call-
all that you got.
Just call it evensies.
You keep Noah Fant.
Yeah, duh.
We're sorry we did this to you. You can keep Noah Fant. You were right this whole time.
What if the NFL just ditches the trade deadline right now?
You could have them.
They make perfect
You
exception.
could have them. The Broncos still have a chance at the playoffs. The Broncos can win their last two games and with a little help get into the playoffs with Russell Wilson. And they said, no, we'd rather have $37 million and the ability to cut your ass with no penalty. That is way better.
They're literally fighting, as you said, for a wild card spot. Sean Payton straight up hates this dude. Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson.
Sean Payton hates Russell Wilson more than I hate Sean Payton.
This is, so it's interesting, right? Because we're at two equal ends of my spectrum here. Because Sean Payton is the head coach that steals pain pills from the trainer's office and pops them, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Russell Wilson loves Jesus. I got a big problem with both of these dynamics.
Hey, JC's an awesome dude. What are you talking about? Don't bring JC into this when Sean Payton's involved. You got a perfectly good target right there in SP. You don't need to bring JC into it.
Hold on. Not JC the person. The idea we talked about this yesterday of zealotism and blindly following.
I got you.
Thank you.
Okay.
With that said, if they weren't both employed by the Denver Broncos, they would never be in the same room together. Because Sean Payton is a dirtbag,
right?
And Russell Wilson is a good guy who now sucks at football.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
He's super nice. He does amazing things for his community. But he's a megalomaniac who just started sucking at football the second he doesn't have Pete Carroll's playbook. Immediately.
Well, also, Sean Payton's never been a good coach. Sean Payton has only ever been like the orchestrator of Bounty Gate. Like, that's the only thing Sean Payton's ever been known for. Like, he had a once-in-a-lifetime talent in Drew Brees, who, by the way, aligned with Sean Payton in a lot of belief systems, by the way. And yeah, those two best buds got along. You walk up to Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson when it comes now to resources and helping people that surround him. And to be fair, super sucks at the game of football.
That's a shame. And
he used to not suck.
That's an epic fall off. I mean, what kind of compare this to Rushmore of disenfranchisement, of just epic loserisms, of falling off from being at the top of the perennial MVP candidate, Super Bowl champion.
It's like
people saying
the Monstar stole his powers.
You have a chance if you can just run it out for another 5, 6, 7 years. You be one of the greatest of your generation, and now you're just a pile of hot garbage.
I've seen this one time before.
The last 2 years, except for a couple overrated garbage wide receivers, your Denver Broncos, Denver fan, are playoff caliber.
Yeah.
That defense is top 5 in the league. The offensive line, fantastic. You got a little trio of running backs who are all competent. Russell Wilson is single-handedly keeping you from playoff success every year.
There is an example of this. I'll give it to you. There is a incredibly pronounced example of this where this has happened, where an athlete has been at the absolute very top tier. I don't mean top number one, top tier, found a new home and lost it all. And you know who I'm going to say?
Please do.
Albert Pujols.
Okay.
This has happened before. And what did Albert get? A redemption story. Got to go back to St. Louis. got to hit 700 dingers, and Russ Wilson's going to do the exact same thing. Going to go back to Seattle.
Pete Carroll doesn't want that dumpster fire. He already got rid of him once.
Yeah, but Pete Carroll won't be there because Tony La Russa has been gone for some time.
Okay.
Not even his protege, Mike Matheny, is there. They've moved on to, it's not even Richard Sherman, the head coach anymore. It's the new head coach, that linebacker with the long Polish name they had forever out there, whatever his name was.
Sure.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's the head coach. And he says, we do need Russ. And it's Marshawn Lynch who's the head coach. And he says, yeah, let's get Russ. And then Sean Alexander.
To not hand him the ball.
Sean Alexander's the head coach. But that's what it's going to end up being. It's going to end up being the Albert Pujols story of redemption.
Well, if you're going to do it in a place, you would be doing it in Denver with a fantastic roster. Watch, Jarrett Stidham will rattle off 2 wins the last 2 games and take this team to the playoffs with a little help. And then Russell Wilson can sit there and watch Jarrett Stidham ride that Bronco into the sunset.
This is what I hate a lot about the NFL and NFL ownership, where you have 2 people who both suck. Sean Payton sucks.
Yeah, January 6th apologist,
yes.
Sean Payton.
Are you talking about painkiller, stealing, bounty gate, organizing, just scratching the surface of weird stuff, Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Because he's legitimately trash. Legitimately trash as a human being.
Yeah.
Not just as a football coach, as a human being. Russ Wilson is a really good person. It's easy to clown on because he's goofy as all get.
Yeah.
But he's like a pretty nice guy.
That's careful. It's a little spicy.
All right, guys. We got a 4-hour flight. Let's all do up downs. Like, what?
Go back to your chair, you dork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me you and Ciara never kissed? Like that makes you a loser, dude. You're using loser verbiage.
Dude, Brett Favre didn't even have this big of a drop-off, and he was playing with his dong out on pain pills.
Sean Payton is going to end up losing this job at the end of the year, and he should. And if he doesn't, that'll be weird, but he should. And when he does, he's going to be the sports analysis for America One Truth Social News, and he's going to ride that wave forever. Forever. It'll be him and TJ Moe, who you don't know who that is.
Not a clue.
But he's a weirdo Mizzou wide receiver who played in the NFL, who I used to work with in sports talk. They got so weird embracing of everything Pizzagate. Like, because that's what this world wants. It doesn't want actual quality people to be entertaining. It wants actual terrible people to do terrible things.
I mean, is that where Sean Payton is going with this? That Russell Wilson is some kind of like lefty plant trying to ruin his Hall of Fame career because he got to ride the coattails of Drew Brees in New Orleans and did an amazing thing for the people of Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina. And Russell Wilson is coming in here to steal his shine because he knows he's a weirdo and doesn't want him to go into the Hall of Fame. And Russell Wilson is actually the quarterback he's always been, and he's just sabotaging him on purpose.
No, he's not that.
No, he's not that. He just sucks now.
It just sucks.
He just sucks now.
But
That's a bummer.
Fred, Russell Wilson had his own office, and he allegedly screened his teammates' calls, so he sucks. Oh my gosh, guys! Have you ever had a job? You know what's great at a job? You know, I did this just yesterday at our job at Cumulus downtown, at the studio downtown. You know what I did? I went into production 1. I took a nap on the couch because I just needed a break before the show. Like, Brian, what do you mean you need a break? You just talk for 3 hours. You try to be entertaining for 3 hours. I know I can't do it. I know for a fact you can't. I hate Russell Wilson because he had an extension on the directory. Shut up. Shut up. He's just not good at football. He's not a bad person.
Yeah, he's
a
an
back
awesome
quarterback
person. Once he gets off the football field, he's a lovely human being.
Yeah, he's a loser, though.
He's a weird dork, but he's a lovely human being who helps people. He just fell off a cliff. And Pete Carroll is good enough to see that.
Did this happen last year, too?
Pete Carroll just won with Drew Lock, and then he got Geno Smith back, and he won with Geno Smith. Pete Carroll just keeps winning with whatever solid 6 that he has on the roster.
Well, if you remember,
like whatever Madden 64
yeah,
you hand Pete Carroll, he's going to win with. And then once Russell Wilson left Seattle, you're like, oh, crap. He was actually another Madden 64, and we didn't know this.
Sean Payton was like, I got this idea. Listen, last year, I was watching the Raiders, okay? They were in the playoff picture. And what they did was they sat their starting quarterback, Derek Carr, for the final 2 games.
Oh,
And
who took over for him?
we got to go get this Stidham cat. Jared will know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
We won't even have to like really talk about it. He can see the writing on the wall.
He's like, oh yeah, I did it last year.
Let's
yeah,
go get him.
I got you. What's Jared's cut of this? If you save $37 million by benching Russell Wilson, Jared's like, hey, fork a little over for your boy.
Yeah. Stidham's the guy that doesn't really need to be in this conversation. Like,
No.
somebody has to play quarterback.
He's just gonna do his job.
Yeah.
He's a football player. Of course he's gonna go out and play football. He's not gonna be like, oh, as a man of character and integrity, I see what you're doing to Russell Wilson, and you're just trying to, tighten your purse strings and save $37 million.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Yes, you are. You're gonna go play football. You're a football player. Because you want another job and you get to screw someone over next year.
Good thing I'm a Steelers fan and this would never happen. Russell Wilson's going to be your quarterback next year, Pittsburgh. Like, get ready for this.
Yeah, and then Jared Stidham is going to go to the Vikings next year when the Vikings do this to Kirk Cousins next year.
Can you imagine Russell Wilson becoming the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ciara has to move to Western Pennsylvania and then please start a YouTube channel where it's just fish out of water.
Oh man!
Just it's her walking around like the Rust Belt, and it's the the lower thirds camera where it's coming up, and you're seeing the tops of the dilapidated buildings in Pittsburgh. By the way, if you don't think that's what Pittsburgh looks like, you haven't been there recently. Also, U.S. Steel was just bought by a Chinese company. That's more of a political talk kind of thing, but just be aware that steel is in an all-time treacherous situation. Know that right now. But that's that. And you just have her like doing like the white glove over like a rusty like pipe or whatever. And she's like, and then she tastes it. She's like, oh, home sweet home. You're like, stop.
What are you saying? I need water for my daughter? Like, what are those words? Quit talking like that.
Did you say let's ride the pine? Is that what you said?
Yes, I did.
Broncos country, ride the pine. So funny. If you're the NFL, I know we're kind of running this one to the ground. If you're the NFLPA, do you have course of action here?
No, it's in his contract. He set this up. It's on his agent for doing this.
Yeah. Well, and
because in his head, 2 years ago when he got this contract, in his head he's like, I'm Russell Wilson. I'm Super Bowl champion Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm perennial MVP candidate Russell Wilson. It doesn't matter. This is for me in case I get hurt. My loving family here at the Denver Broncos are trying to protect me, their future franchise quarterback. Little did he know, you could just keep the money and cut him. They don't need you.
If you want to save money and you're the Denver
Ciara's
Broncos,
not Taylor Swift, Russ.
Yeah.
We're good. Sunday Night Football doesn't cut to Ciara.
Hey, Marie was bouncing some ideas off me earlier today about a set she needs to do for a New Year's party on Saturday. And she's like, I have to do this set, and it's year in review, and she's like, but no political stuff. And I go, the entire set has to be about Taylor Swift.
Sure.
There's only 2 stories this past year. Taylor Swift and a submarine blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
This is the imploding up.
Yes.
This is the only 2 stories that are non-political the whole year. You can't name another one.
You're not wrong.
Today's the I-9 varsity. The I-9 varsity of not political stories from this year. Okay,
I
Van?
thought we'd save this till Friday, but let's do it.
Well, it'll be a lot of fun this week. We're only on for an hour tomorrow, but we'll still be over at Sadie's on 4th. You can catch your boys 4 to 5 p.m. right here on the Sports Animal, and then hang out with us as we are watching Thursday Night Football at Sadie's, which is, it started out as fun. Now it's a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah, come hang out with us tomorrow night. That's going to be a whole ordeal, and we're going to enjoy it. This 1 week from today, because if you're in the car right now listening, more than likely you're going to be in the car listening next week from today.
Okay.
We're at Salt Yard West, Van. We're on for Lobo Talk now.
That's going to be fun.
That's interesting. Also, Salt Yard East, dead, gone.
Bummer.
Yeah, so
Adios.
I think we just say Salt Yard now. Salt Yard East is like a gumbo place or something now.
Yeah, you could call it Salt Yard West in case people who don't know any better yet start heading that way.
Correct.
So Salt Yard, which is the only Salt Yard, but also Salt Yard West.
And if you go to Salt Yard East, which is now a gumbo place, 505-246-0610. Text your boys. We want to know.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
is it?
we're into Cajun food.
How's the crab etouffee?
Yeah, that's for us. Also, I don't know the name of it, so I feel bad. But go there, enjoy it,
Tell me all
give
about
us
it.
the feedback.
I was raised by a Creole woman.
I'm aware.
That's a story for later.
It's you just put paper on the table and then you dump all the food on it.
I'm into that.
I am too.
You could do that for Mexican food. I don't care.
Yes. Yes. Your favorite NFL player got suspended today, Van.
Talking about Jair Alexander.
And we're going to tell you exactly why and how I at least feel the repercussions of this are not going to make waves through the NFL. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from ABQX, the intersection of San Mateo and Osuna. Don't forget Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football right here on the Sports Animal.
Brought to you by Whitener Law Firm, where
Thanks.
trusted
Good job.
Albuquerque accident lawyers.
With personal injury cases, insurance companies know which attorneys settle for less. Is your attorney really fighting for your rights or just playing into the insurance company's hands? Don't settle. Choose Whitener Law. We will fight for every dollar you deserve. There's them, and then there's us. Call 883-RUSS.
Southbound Rio Grande at Mountain is moving slowly. Also, southbound 25 has delays starting around Osuna. And eastbound 40 at the interchange is starting to see some backups.
New Mexico's sunshine is awesome, but it's hard on your roof and winter weather will expose its weaknesses. Everguard Roofing and Solar offers free inspections. They're honest, do excellent work, and will help with your insurance company. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardroofing.com. This report is sponsored by Everguard Roofing and Solar.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bach.
Global legend Kenny Thomas is with us. The Clippers win 7.
Man, the big four. I don't think it matters besides James Harden having the ball in his hands. Outside of that, I think PG-13 can get in where he fits in because he's going to get points anyway. The way the Clippers are playing right now, and Westbrook is taking a back seat, he doesn't have to be that guy anymore, and it takes the pressure off, and James Harden is more than willing to take on that.
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries. What does that mean to you when you're looking for a lawyer? We not only have the experience, but the proven results to recover money for your injuries. The insurance companies know which lawyers won't put up a fight. You call us, we call them, and they know they have to pay.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carla.
1 minute. Did you know some ordinary cold medicines can raise your blood pressure? That's alarming. Fortunately, there's Vicks DayQuil high blood pressure. It's specially formulated without alcohol, sugar, or decongestants to provide fast, powerful cold and flu symptom relief for people with high blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, try DayQuil high blood pressure. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, colds, and flu for people with high blood pressure medicine. Use as directed and keep out of reach of children.
Get the home field advantage every time with Field by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. from comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast.
10.
Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
Are you amped?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Come on, bro. The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Mike is hot.
Danimal.
At you like, yeah, boy, on the height tip. I know I'm and also be cautious. This is not young kids, that's not adults yet. Little kids who ain't never been taught yet. I'm about to show you how a real pro lay it down. Show you how to hit a finger roll from out of bounds. Always going in.
Dan, you're like the captain of his team, right?
Sure, we'll call it that.
Are we co-captains?
Did you say Coke captain?
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, are we Coke captains? The thing that makes the most sense. So we're like co-captains.
Sure.
We make basically all the decisions equally, basically. If we had to choose heads or tails, would we have a conversation about it beforehand, or would you just pick one?
Usually, historically, we would come together.
Yes.
We would huddle, if you will.
Correct.
Let's say somewhere like on the sidelines. And then decide
which one
together.
Yeah.
What the best option would be.
There are only two options here. So the question is not really which option. You only have one or two. The question is,
well, there's three, but the third one is super unlikely.
What is the third one?
Like just the coin just lands straight up and down, and neither wins.
How would that ever work? Like, is it a muddy field? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it could just like land in between two blades of grass, or like in a muddy field, or like in somebody's shoelace or something.
Are you talking that it lands like vertical?
Yes.
Dog, that's never happened.
No one ever takes that option, but it's an option.
Push?
It's a horrible option.
You're picking in a coin toss push?
No, it's a third. It's
All
a
right.
third option.
All right, hold up. You're no longer co-captain.
Heads, heads, tails, or both.
This logic has ruined your captaincy. Take the letter off his sweater, Bob.
Bob, look at me. I am the captain now.
That's unacceptable.
That's hard to do when you're on site.
Oh yeah, live at ABQX.
Yeah, why don't we ever put Bob on the iPad? Everyone in the world needs to see how handsome Bob is.
There's got to be 30 people.
Yeah, this place is
You don't want to break the iPad.
This place is rock.
So the Green Bay Packers have a selected group of captains.
Every week they assign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is the same as the guys that have the patches on their shirts with the stars. Is it different, or is
I
it?
believe that is different.
That's different.
Yeah, there's a team captain for the season, and there's weekly captains that do the coin toss.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's like
The Packers tradition.
Every team does it though, or what?
I know that the Packers do, because that's the one that I follow the most.
Okay. So they go up to do the coin toss, and by the way, the Packers are on the outside looking in, but they're in the mix.
Sure.
They're currently in the mix.
There's a change.
So you're saying.
I am.
And they're like, all right, we're going to go heads or tails or whatever. And this cat, Jair Alexander.
Correct.
Tell me about him.
He is a top 5 all-pro perennial cornerback.
That sounds made
Shut
up.
down guy. He's
That
fantastic.
sounds like a lie.
No, he's very good.
Now, so I've never heard his name, so I don't know if what you're saying is true.
That does not surprise me that you don't know his name, because you only know Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
As far as the players?
Yeah.
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 Those are like my two favorite.
Mm-hmm. No, he's a stud.
I'm more of a guy who crushes a lot.
You're not a player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just crush a lot. Yes. So Jair Alexander trotted. It's too much Russell Wilson throwback. Made his way over to the captain's circle, question mark?
Right.
Midfield.
Correct.
And he said, nah, fam, we going with heads. Or, nah, fam, we going with tails.
Or the third option.
No, what? Again.
We're just going to get stuck in the ground straight up and down.
I don't think he went with that one, because if you're going to get
So if that happens, you win the coin toss forever, because it's so unlikely. Look it up. It's an NFL rule.
All-time winner?
Yeah.
So
you get to choose forever.
The official statement from the team is, are you ready for this? Suspended cornerback Jair Alexander 1 game for conduct detrimental to the team. I mean, they're in the playoff mix. You would think this is like this would have to be really egregious.
It has direct ramifications on their season as he is a shutdown corner, and he would have been going up against Justin Jefferson this week. With their playoff hopes alive, they're still going to bench him for a week and not let him contribute to their success.
And this is not just simply like, hey, we thought we were picking heads, we picked tails, whatever. They almost, I guess, because of the way he was doing it, had to give both kickoffs to the other team.
Almost did. And
I don't even know.
Luckily, he got bailed out by his head coach, who does this every week no matter what, in case this exact situation happened. Fred. So what happened was,
thank you,
Coach LaFleur tells the refs before the game, if we win the toss, we're going to defer, which that just means the other team gets to choose, and whatever they choose, the Packers do the other thing on the second half kickoff, right? Everybody knows
That's
that.
my understanding.
So without being asked, haven't talked about it all week in film or practice or meetings, never walked up to the coach, never walked up to the team captains and said, hey, I'm from Carolina. I would like to be a co-captain this week. Was never discussed all week. Jair Alexander, just at the last minute, runs out there with the captains, unbeknownst to them, calls the toss and says, like an idiot, we want to be on defense.
Because he's a defenseman.
Yes, because he is a defensive player, and he got excited because he's in his home state. And if you say, hey, we want to be on defense, that means you choose to kick, which that means the Panthers get to choose what happens in the second half, and they get to receive the ball twice. So that was one of the biggest stupid coin toss blunders in the history of this sport.
I've never even heard of this.
Because no one's dumb enough to do it until now. But luckily, Coach LaFleur saw this coming and does this every week, no matter which idiot calls the coin toss and chooses which position they want to be in to start the game. And he told the referees ahead of time, we want to defer. So when Jair Alexander blurts out, we want to be on defense, the referee corrected him and said, I think you mean defer. The Packers will defer. Panthers, what would you like to do? Bonehead of all bonehead moves.
He did an interview after the game, like in front of his locker one. He was like, this ain't on me. No one understood me.
No, I think it was very clear.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You had all week. It's not on the coaching staff to know where every player is from. Some coaches do, sure. You know, hey, how's Auntie Matilda back in Greensboro or whatever? You know, some coaches have it like that, but it's not on them to know where every single player is from. They don't need to know where your hometown is. Jair, excellent football player that you are. You had all week to talk to your coach and say, hey, coach, it would be a big honor to me if I could be a captain this weekend in front of my family and friends, coming from my hometown, my home state, my home area. It would do me an absolute honor if I could be a team captain this week. I bet there'd be zero problem.
I agree.
Also, take that one step further.
You have to say this exact thing.
Also, coach, if we win the toss, what do I say? Because obviously I'm an idiot.
Yes. I have the quote from the GM, okay?
Okay.
Now, Brian Gutekunst? Okay. Quote, the decision to suspend a player is never easy and not one we take lightly. Unfortunately, Jair's actions prior to the game in Carolina led us to take this step. Well, as an organization, we have an expectation that everyone puts the team first. While we are disappointed, we had a good conversation with Jair this morning and fully expect him to learn from this. And as we move forward together, we look forward to welcoming him back next week as the valued member of this team and will continue to be into the future, unquote. Now, I heard he whispered under his breath after that, future draft picks we're going to get for him when we trade him away.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. Yeah, that part is not in the quote, but future considerations of draft picks is what he meant.
I mean, and that's something that the Packers do historically. Like once they're big name players are up for a new contract, they're like, hey, Cowboys, hey, Raiders, hey, somebody wants to spend a bunch of money on this guy we don't want anymore. What you got on these picks, brother? You just get another Jair Alexander.
Jefferson is going to murder you on Sunday.
He's going to get 200 yards. Without Jair Alexander, the Vikings are going to throw for 400 yards. And it doesn't matter if it's Nick Mullins or Josh Dobbs or a one-legged Kirk Cousins. Does not matter whatsoever.
They only beat Carolina by 3.
Yeah, it was pathetic. If you're so excited to be in your home state, try play a little better. Not let them get 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns and make it a game at the last minute.
I don't always love NFL on the field. I feel like it's so very, what's the word, replicated from it's the exact same play over and over. Like I'm real tired of the same offensive sets, the same concepts, the same scheme, the same under-talented quarterback play. But NFL outside the game is as good as any reality TV I've ever watched.
Yummy.
The NFL is ascending to better than the NBA outside of the playing surface.
Yeah, I mean that's where they got their playbook from.
If
the NBA,
if Mullins goes for 500 yards, you and I laugh for years about this.
Sure. Because you couldn't get a coin toss right. How many coin tosses have you been part of since you were in friggin' Pop Warner football?
Yeah.
Since you were in Yaffle, since you were in whatever, I-9, since you were playing with flags on your hips. How many coin tosses have you been a part of? And you're so dumb and overexcitable, you say, we want to be on defense, knowing that the other team gets the ball twice? That is wild.
If this was baseball, which it's not, at the next game, so not this one he's suspended, whatever the game is in 2 weeks, you make him a captain, and then the rest of the players don't go out there with him. Like you just let him go out there by himself.
You do this.
You go.
You figure it out.
Yeah. You're the man, Jair.
Or you have your own pitcher throw at him.
What's the name of that cat that kept hitting Bryce Harper all those years and no one would ever back him up? He hit Bryce Harper like 5 times.
Oh, I know you.
And his teammates would never come out and help him.
Yeah.
He's a nobody.
Amir Garrett.
Yeah, Amir Garrett kept just beating him.
Yeah.
And Bryce Harper's like, now we have to fight. And none of Garrett's teammates came to help.
Because they didn't need to. Because they got Amir Garrett. He's like 6'7", 280. Like, oh, you got this, dog. You could take on their whole infield.
I have an authority, Van.
Okay.
Who has said Christian McCaffrey is not going to be the league MVP. I'm going to tell you who that was and what he said when we get back. It's 2 Men On, live from ABQ Action. That's the intersection of San Mateo and Osuna. Come hang out with your boys. We're throwing them all night long. And thank you for tuning in with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
This report is
got a phone call. Marty wants to talk to the NFL.
So does COVID-19. That's why they
Marty.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
have been updated. They're designed to help protect against recent variants. Learn more about a COVID-19 vaccine option at schedulecovidvax.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Well, we have a new accident reported. This is westbound Paseo, right around 2nd Street. Your backups are starting from I-25, lasting to about 4th Street. And southbound Coors at Montano is stop and go.
Brought to you by Whitener Law Firm, your trusted Albuquerque accident lawyers.
You're injured, and then, out of nowhere, a cold call from a personal injury attorney. Do you really want your case in the hands of someone who harasses you? Choose an attorney who respects your privacy. There's them, and then there's us. Call Whitener Law at 883-RUSS.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Say my name.
Well, every other station calls it the big game. We call it the Super Bowl because we're Albuquerque's exclusive home for Super Bowl 58.
Zeros on the clock. It's over.
For the Super Bowl, not the big game.
The Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
That feels good.
Super Bowl. Your home for the Super Bowl every year is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Did you know that Indigo Mortgage has had the same name and ownership for 20 years now? I can think of only a tiny handful of local mortgage companies that can make that claim. I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage, and proud to say that over the last 20 years, we have helped many homeowners in our community finance their homes with honesty and integrity. And in today's mortgage environment, borrowers need an advocate working for them, not an application taker like that with big banks and national lenders. Because Indigo Mortgage is a broker, we can most often find the right mortgage with the lowest rates for our borrowers. And please shop around to be certain that you're getting the best rates and fees on your mortgage. And as always, be sure to include your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage. Find us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. Indigo Mortgage, NMLS 23-1962 and 188-348.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
O'Reilly. Get Rain-X Rugged XL Premium Wiper Blades now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Their extra large profile and premium features make Rugged XL blades the right choice for extreme weather driving and durability. Buy 2 Rain-X Rugged XL Premium Wiper Blades and save $12 plus get 2 times O-Rewards points. Our professional parts people will even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Are we judging the axe throwers?
Auto Parts.
Oh, okay.
I'm attorney Kevin.
Yeah, right.
Tell you the biggest thing I've learned, and it's really simple. They don't care about you. Insurance companies are publicly traded companies who have an obligation to their shareholders to deliver profits. They have teams of investigators, adjusters, and lawyers all working against you from the moment you call them. Hurt in a wreck? Don't be a victim of the insurance companies. Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
How wrestling
30
and how you get the ratings. Eric Bischoff and Conrad Thompson explain on 83 Weeks.
I mean, I dig Jey Uso because he's born out of great storytelling and he lived up to the opportunity and exceeded it. The LA Knight, he's way up on my list because here's a guy that's been around for almost ever, should have probably quit a half a dozen times, and he just forced his way into their life. And now he's making money hand over fist. That is a story I love.
Stand by.
Weeks on YouTube or wherever you listen.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah. Yes. That's a yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 6.
Mike's hot.
Sports Animal.
Yeah, I told myself.
Drawing them. Some of them are stickers.
These guys are getting good real fast.
Yeah.
Dodo and Lars and all the other awesome support staff here at ABQX. They'll teach you how to throw an axe in like 5 minutes. Sometimes 10 if you're left-handed.
You'll get real good at it. Get real good at it.
Real fast.
Here's my thing. There are a handful, I think this is in any industry. There's a handful of people who are allowed to be authority.
Okay, I'm following you for now.
Okay. In the world of music,
okay,
there's a handful, right? So I'll give you an example. Kanye West.
At just the music.
Just the music.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still with you.
Kanye West,
okay,
one time told Taylor Swift that Beyonce should have been the music video of the year.
Uh-huh.
Do you recall this?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Kanye West, probably right. How he did it? Not necessarily right.
Nah, douche move.
When he did it? Not necessarily right.
Douche move.
Another time Kanye West told the nation after Hurricane Katrina how Judge George Bush, the then president, doesn't care about black people. So he wasn't an authority of that one.
No, not so much. A little sprinkle.
So
a little sprinkle in there.
when you or I make a proclamation or an announcement about an NFL player, an award, an end of the year, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
We're talking about George Bush, really. What do we know?
Yeah.
But
Don't forget Marty.
I'm going to shoot you real straight here, Bob. I forgot my notes and that Marty was with us. Please welcome to the Sports Animal
He
Hotline.
just hung up.
Thanks for keeping us on task, Bob.
Friend of the show, Marty. I am so sorry I kept you on hold.
Marty, come on
I
back.
was about to drop a punchline.
Come on back.
Is he gone, Bob? Did he come back?
Yes.
He's gone.
Started talking about Kanye. He's
All
like,
right.
I am out of here.
Listen, Marty, if you're still part of the show, we knew you're on hold. We're not in the studio. I made a note. I didn't look at the note. And now my whole punchline of Barry Sanders saying that Christian McCaffrey won't win the league MVP because they gave it a tie MVP to him and Brett Favre the year that he had over 2,000 yards. It's all lost because of my poor mismanagement of this program.
Okay.
But Barry Sanders says that
it's still a wonderful comparison.
Christian McCaffrey is not going to win the MVP because he rushed for 2,000 yards in 1997, and they made him the co-MVP with Brett Favre.
That's just the way the votes worked out.
He says he believes there's a shot Christian will split it with, quote, insert quarterback here.
He literally said, insert quarterback here.
He literally said, insert quarterback here.
How many people vote on this? You know how hard it is to have an exact split when that many people vote on it? Hard. Hard. It's very hard to have like an actual split like it happened with Barry Sanders and Brett Favre. It's not like every single voter was in one room and like, all right, how do we split these votes exactly down the middle? It just happened. Just the way it happened, Barry. Also, I kind of agree with you. As nonsensical it is, you're still correct.
If there's a year where a quarterback cannot win MVP, it is this year. This is the worst year for them ever.
I've been singing Tyreek Hill's praises all year. Unfortunately, he got hurt, missed a game and a half. It's not looking in the cards for him, but Christian McCaffrey, to me, has been the best football player on the planet all year. No quarterback in the league has been as consistently a game changer as Christian McCaffrey all year, and he deserves it all by himself, not even with a quarterback.
There are a bunch of like stat nerds that tell you that Christian McCaffrey's not that special. Some fake stat about linemen blocking, some fake stat about situational defense because of the position of the ball on the field, and quarterback never puts it in a place when he does throw it that it can be considered a turnoverable ball, even if it is. Well, all these dumb things.
Sure.
Where at the end of it, you can compare the third string running back in Baltimore, who always seems to be down to the last string running back, to Christian McCaffrey, and how you can find success without a guy at that position. Here's what I know. I look at Christian McCaffrey, and he's the best football player on the planet right now.
Right now, sure.
Looking at him.
Yeah, again, I mean, I'll say it one more time. Tyreek Hill was that guy. I thought Tyreek Hill is more of a game changer at the moment before he got hurt than any quarterback in the NFL. Since he went down, my answer is now Christian McCaffrey.
And
quarterbacks, I mean, hey, the guy who hands the ball off and throws it to him, Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
A lot of people are talking about Brock Purdy. I never thought Brock Purdy was that guy. I thought Brock Purdy, his whole career since he started, has been a game manager with the best toys in the business. So miss me with that Brock Purdy for MVP talk. He went up against a good defense, and you saw who he really was. Who had the stud game?
Right.
That game. Christian McCaffrey again. Kept his team in it the whole time. Christian McCaffrey, single-handedly. That's MVP in a loss.
The national conversation is Lamar Jackson, this, that, and the other thing. He's only got 19 tutties. I'm going to tell you right now, his whole thing is the watch factor. His whole thing is you want to tune in and watch him. It's the exact same for Christian McCaffrey.
Yes.
If you're citing that for one, you can't ignore it for the other.
Yeah, he's must-see TV every week. He's going to do something special every single week. And here's the thing. I'll make a baseball comparison.
Yeah.
The best shortstop in the league does not make the diving plays, does not make the amazing throws because he's in position to do the right thing. He makes the spectacular look routine. Christian McCaffrey does the same thing. If he reads a block and finds the hole he wasn't supposed to go into and gets 5, 6, 7 yards instead of being stuffed at the line, it looks completely ordinary to the naked eye. That's the same thing as the best shortstop in the league, just routinely getting a ground ball and getting it to the first baseman when somebody else would have had to make a diving play or go between their legs or make a jumping Derek Jeter throw. You don't notice that.
That's not the wrong perspective. You're right. Because if it comes easily to you, it doesn't mean it's unique. Yeah, we're on the same page, on the exact same page. We'll step away so we can come back, wrap up the first hour. It's been the All NFL Hour. Thank you for everyone for enjoying it with us. We're going to recap the opening story of the day because I have more Russell Wilson jokes.
Let's go.
It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from ABQ Action. We're here every other Wednesday throwing them, hatchets? I don't know what word to use. Axes, I guess?
Well, there's different sizes.
Now I know.
Yeah, a hatchet is an axe. An axe isn't a hatchet. You're welcome.
Who knew? You knew.
I didn't
You were the.
That's why I said it out loud.
Don't forget, right here, home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by Clever. If you like using debit over credit, shouldn't you also get rewarded? Well, now you can with Discover Cashback Debit. It's a checking account that rewards everyone with cash back on everyday purchases with no fees, period. Check out eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
Well, that accident westbound Paseo at 4th Street is in the cleanup stages, but it is affecting the right lane and shoulder. Your backups are starting from I-25, and westbound Dolores Huerta is moving slowly from 4th Street to over the river.
This report is brought to you by Malloy Los Lunas.
During the Wrap Up the Year sales event at Malloy Jeep in Los Lunas, save over $10,000 on a new 2023 Jeep Gladiator Sport 4-wheel drive. When you think Jeep, think MalloyJeep.com. See dealer for all details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Zach Gelb with CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by NHTSA. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Kevin Stefanski entered the season on the hot seat, and he's been coaching without Deshaun Watson, Nick Chubb, several pieces on his offensive line, and more. Stefanski still has the Browns rolling, though, at 10-5. And regardless how this season plays out, it's clear Cleveland has the right coach. Stefanski proved his worth. Now next season, Deshaun Watson needs to hold up his end of the bargain. I'm Zach Gelb.
Telling it like it is.
But what guts him at his soul is that many of you think he's now a bad teammate. And on his tombstone, that's all that's ever meant. To Steph, Clay, Kerr, and his guys, and Bob Meyer being a great team. And now many people doubt that, and it's gutting him.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You got a lot of football to watch in the next few weeks. What are you eating? You might have ham and mashed potatoes left in the fridge. That's not football food. What is? Pizza, wings, hot sandwiches, calzones. They're all on the Pizza 9 menu. Pizza 9 specializes in Chicago-style deep dish pizza with dough made fresh in-house every day. It's loaded with toppings on a crispy crust. So good, it was voted best pizza in ABQ, the magazine. Got a New Year's party scheduled? Don't overthink it. Get the pizza and wing special, a large pizza and an order of wings for $26.99. This Friday, Pizza 9 is our sweet deal. For just $25, you get $50 in Pizza 9 gift certificates. Visit this station's website Friday at 9 a.m. to get your deal. If you settle for ham and mashed potatoes,
still have 2 minutes.
Protected for unsportsmanlike conduct. Football and New Year's parties?
I will.
Better with Pizza 9.
Make the right choice for your home when it comes to windows and doors. For more than 20 years, the Window Depot has provided the best price and biggest inventory on in-stock windows and doors. The Window Depot is open to the public, so whether you're a homeowner Contractor, you can shop the enormous warehouse. Browse the shelves with over 1,000 vinyl windows, interior and patio doors, and skylights in several varieties and sizes available to go home today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot. Best price, biggest inventory.
I can't believe this could happen to me. It was just a few drinks. I do it all the time. Only this time, with my wife and kids in the car, I got pulled over by the police. Then I failed a sobriety test, and I was placed under arrest. My bad choices have finally caught up with me.
Drunk driving? It's not worth the risk. It's up to you to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
1 minute.
Oh, this cold.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey, you need DayQuil Severe Honey.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honeylicious taste, because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
No, I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe with honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honeylicious, power through your day medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
And 30.
Ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers.
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get
Stand by
Nitsa.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Mike is hot.
Sports Animal.
Assuming? Van, which is what? Presuming and assuming. Are those the same?
Assume is you think about something with data that you've received.
Okay.
Presuming is you just already assumed it.
Okay. So I'm presuming Russell Wilson is cut.
Correct.
Okay.
That's also what I presume.
Okay. I have the numbers. His deal will cost the Broncos $124 million for 2 years. And when he was under contract for those years at the time of the trade, which would have been
Now hold on. Now this is an assumption because you didn't
Okay.
think that 2 days ago before you got this new.
Well, I
data.
think it now that that Jarrett Stidham
You could presume that he will be divorced also.
because he lost his job.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with mine. If
Okay.
it's not 505-246-0610. I don't know which or what. Presume or assume. So at the time of the trade, there was the $51 million deal, and then they gave him the $73 million raise. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, Fred, what does this mean? Well, this means for the next 2 years, next year, 35.4, the year after that, 49.6. That's all dead cap. You can't use that to help your team. That makes this the second worst quarterback deal in the history of the NFL behind Deshaun Watson.
Oof. Hey, that one still might turn around.
No.
Not morally, but yeah, it is an awful deal, and it's sad that it happened to him. I mean, we talked about this early in the program. He's so nice. He's a weird dork, but he's so nice.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy you want to be successful because he can do amazing things with his success. But with that being said, oh my God, what a dumpster. Broncos are still in playoff contention, and they're going to bench their quarterback who's won a Super Bowl. It is wild.
I just love it. The Life of ABQ Hacks, come hang out with us. The intersection of San Mateo and Osuna at $7.50 off per person per hour throwing night. Very ton of people. ABQ Hacks is the business.
Hurry up and grab a lane. There's only a couple left.
Zooming on. 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football, the Sports Animal.
Brought to you by Whitener Law Firm, your
Claire,
the Albuquerque accident lawyers.
With personal injury cases, insurance companies know which attorneys settle for less. Is your attorney really fighting for your rights or just playing into the insurance company's hands? Don't settle. Choose Whitener Law. We will fight for every dollar you deserve. There's them, and then there's us. Call 883-RUS.
Well, that accident westbound Paseo at 4th Street is in the cleanup stages, but it is affecting the right lane and shoulder. Your backups are starting from I-25, and westbound Dolores Huerta is moving slowly from 4th Street to over the river.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer.
Traffic can slow you down, and so can COVID-19. Don't delay. Prescription oral treatment must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms. If you're at high risk, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com, sponsored by Pfizer.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at americanhome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Is it too late to nominate Sean McVay for Coach of the Year? Because I thought this was supposed to be a throwaway season for the LA Rams. I thought this was supposed to be the middle of a full rebuild. I thought this was a stripped down, incredibly inexperienced roster. I thought the Rams were supposed to be paying off the FDM pick Super Bowl right now. Instead, this alleged throwaway season is now looking like a playoff season. And I don't think anybody is looking forward to seeing these guys in the postseason. They're a serious problem, and I'm looking at you, Detroit, because LA now sits in the NFC 6th seed, and if the season ended right now, that would put the Rams in an epic wild card game in Detroit. Imagine that. Matthew Stafford returning to Detroit for their first playoff home game in 3 decades, and Jared Goff getting a shot at the ultimate revenge game with the Rams.
Glasheen, Baez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers is a leading personal injury law firm in Albuquerque with a history of winning big for clients. The lawyers at GBI Law focus on catastrophic injury cases, including semi-truck wrecks, drunk driving car wrecks, and oil field injuries. They win, and they win big for their clients.
Does anyone feel like life is busier than ever, especially with the holidays? I'm a planner and try to think of it all. But what about the unexpected? Now I've got that covered. My husband and I finally got life insurance with Select Quote, and I couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. This holiday season, I feel a little lighter, knowing my family is protected and ready for whatever the new year throws our way. Call Select Quote at 1-800-606-9090. That's 1-800-606-9090. Or go to selectquote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-606-9090. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Q.
Here we go, guys.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle,
Marie Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
1 hour in the books, 2 hours to go. Full show. 2 men on today.
Standing on the couch, this ain't
No, friend of the show, I hope you're not driving home from work right now. You're already off. You're on vacation. It's holiday season, baby. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas, and hope you have a happier New Year. And I hope your 2024 is the best one ever. I hope that 2024 is better for the Detroit Pistons, because they haven't won a game. Bob, you're going to love this. 27 games and counting. It is soon to be 28 games that the Detroit Pistons have not won a professional National Basketball Association contest against groups of their peers. It is absolutely wild.
I could hoop for them.
So what's the betting on that?
So a guy is making a 100,000 to 1 bet, placed it 2 days ago, that the Detroit Pistons will not win a game the rest of the year, and it might be the smartest bet of all time.
What were his odds on that?
100,000 to 1.
Whoa.
That's how unlikely this thing is. They have to accidentally make more baskets than their opponent once this season. It has to happen. Statistically, they cannot lose every game.
Yes, they can.
The sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. A broken clock is right twice a day. They have to win another game throughout this season. The Detroit Pistons are acting like Victor Wembanyama is going to be in this next year's draft again.
Well, hold on.
He's not.
If he is, that means your San Antonio Spurs are currently 4-25 because on pace as well, the Washington Wizards at 5-24. These three teams are trending for the worst, the 7th, and the 15th worst records of all time. And it's all happening in one season.
Yeah. Unprecedented incompetence in three different teams is all unfolding right in front of your eyes. And one of the teams, I'm going to harp more on the Pistons here in a minute. The San Antonio Spurs have the best draft prospect since LeBron James. The best all-around draft prospect who on his own, on paper, has been crushing it this year. But not one person does a basketball team make. And boy, are the Detroit Pistons finding that out in real time. It is epic levels of patheticy.
The Hornets only have 7 wins.
And they're looking fantastic.
Here's one. Ja Morant is 4-0 since returning from gun stuff suspension.
Yeah.
He's undefeated.
He came back. He's played 1 week in like the past half a season, this season and half of last season. And he's the player of the week immediately.
And his team is undefeated.
They have doubled the Detroit Pistons win total in a matter of days.
They're playoff bound.
Days. Like, Detroit Pistons, why are you sucking this bad? There's no Victor Wembanyama in next year's draft. He's already on the Spurs. There's no LeBron James. Oh, wait.
Hi-oh.
There is another LeBron James next year. Are you trying to suck for the next LeBron James, who is also LeBron James?
There is no way in a draft lottery situation the NBA is going to allow Detroit to have Bronny and LeBron James on the same team. There is no way the NFL will even come close to allowing that to happen.
Detroit? Why not? They deserve it. Detroit, they got the Lions. The Tigers aren't going to suck for that much longer.
The Lions.
They already love the Red Wings.
Oh, I do like that branding too.
Yeah.
Lions and Tigers and Bronze. Oh my.
Yes.
Lions and Tigers and Bronze.
Yes, baby, let's go. Why not let them draft LeBron James Jr.? And then LeBron James contracts up, and of course he's going to go play with his kid. The Detroit Pistons can have 2 LeBron James. They could have as many LeBron James as they have wins.
And the Wizards could not be telegraphing more that they're tanking for this exact thing.
Yeah.
They fired their GM. They got 2. They trade Beal. They traded Porzingis. They Chris Paul for Jordan Poole or whoever. Bunch of young guys, obviously, in picks. I mean, no one is trying to win. This is a race to the bottom.
It seems like the Pistons are actively trying to break this streak.
They're not a legit 2-28. They're 2-28.
Right.
Yeah.
And look,
by choice.
We just mentioned the Lions. The Lions and the Pistons are on pace for the 4th time in the history of these two sports that the football team, which only played 16 games historically, 17 games now, will have more wins than their NBA brethren who play 82 games.
30 of them before the year.
The Pistons are trending to get 12 and a half wins right now. The Lions already have 11. If the Lions win their last 2 games, they're on pace to beat an NBA team in the same city in wins. This is nuts.
And the Nets aren't good. They're 15 and 15.
Yeah.
Their best cat's that Mikal Bridges. He ain't that good.
And the NBA is not even that top heavy.
No.
It's not like there's 8 teams that are almost undefeated. There's a lot of really good competition up top. And then a very competitive middle. And then these guys.
You're leading up to the, what is it, 25 in a row you said?
27 now, about to be 28.
You leading
They were
up,
2-1.
They were 2-1.
Yeah.
They were that squad.
They were 2-1. They lost 27 straight. They're like, you know what? We turned it around. That preseason wasn't no fluke.
Yeah.
We got it. Watch this. 2-1. We're going to the playoffs. Detroit, stand up, baby. Let's go. And then 27 losses. Whoa. An NBA record. 27 losses.
Kind of that last 5 or so, you have to play every game like it's game 7. Like you have to play every game like, hey, losing 20 in a row sucks, dude. That super sucks. Like you don't have a very good team. You're not very good. But once you're approaching the all-time record,
you gotta step it up.
You have to stop.
It's got to be an 11 out of 10 every single game.
And then they lost by 4. Was it 4 last night?
Yeah, I mean, they've been competitive. They just been getting beat over and over again. It's not like they go 0 for 30 from 3-point. Like they're competing they're in almost every game. They just keep losing.
What if it's big brain stuff that we're not realizing though? Where they're like, okay, we can't win anything. So let's set historic losing records. And also I just bought stock in this brown paper bag company. So we'll pack our stadium.
Genius.
And we'll sell brown paper bags for our fans to wear over their faces as they exist, like as witness to this. What's worse than mediocre? Idiocre?
That's new. I like that. I'm writing that down.
And I mean,
so instead of like, we've been to how many stadiums and fields and
personally
parks and,
lots, yeah.
Dozens, if not hundreds. Every stadium you go to, every field, every park
different energy
you go to,
yeah.
In the parking lot, you'll see a guy selling bootleg T-shirts.
Well, not the way it used to
bootleg,
be. Yeah.
Bootleg foam fingers, bootleg flags.
Hey, I do miss that.
Bootleg towels. This happens everywhere. And if it's not in the parking lot, it's across the street where the team has no authority.
I just wrote bootleg segment next.
Yeah,
because I love bootleg apparel so much. All right, keep going.
The team has to be in on it now. Like, you have to lean into it at this point. You're like, we're the worst of all time. We got to find a way to squeeze $1 out of it.
Yep.
Because can you get your fans to rally around this ineptitude and show up to the game in droves to try to either, number one, enjoy this awful losing streak and lean into it, or rally around them so hardcore that it becomes even more powerful than you being in first place, than you being better than you thought you're going to, and getting all your fans there. This could be just as profitable as winning if you do it right.
There's already a team in the league that has this story, and that's the Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies were already booty for 25 games. They might not lose a game again for the rest of the year.
The anti-Pistons.
The anti-Pistons.
Until Ja Morant does something stupid again.
He did it in a celebration win last night. You see that?
Yeah. He's dumb.
He's
very
dumb.
Very dumb.
Don't like, hear me out. If you're in the world of entertainment, hear me out. If you're in the world, like, don't do gun-centric stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be old man slow here, but find a different way to communicate your thing.
Yeah. Hey, I love a good redemption story.
I love a good gun.
I hope he comes back and helps his community, and he's the best Ja Morant he could ever be.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking positively about the guy who was just in court like 10 days ago saying that he beat up a teenager because it was self-defense. This is the same guy. This is not even 2 weeks ago. He was saying he beat up a teenager, a 6.5 foot tall professional athlete beat up a teenager because it was self-defense. That's nuts. And now he's doing guns up after he makes a three-pointer. Get out of here, bro.
Well, the University of Louisiana does it as their celebration, man. So therefore, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
LSU, Louisiana State.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot you straight
You're
here.
the Grizzlies, bro.
What's that have to do with?
Do bear claws.
Yeah.
Do growl or something. Guns has nothing to do with the history of your organization.
If you are the Grizzlies and you score a basket,
Texas Tech is grandfathered in. New Mexico State is grandfathered in.
Sure.
Put your guns up, bro. You've been doing it forever. That's fine.
Yeah.
You almost got arrested and imprisoned for this thing. You got suspended by the NBA, and now you're going to lean into it. You think you're funny and clever? Miss me. Miss me with all that.
if you play for a team that is bear-centric, after you score a point or a run or get a big moment or whatever, you do the Michael Jackson Thriller hands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking
Little
about?
bear claws.
Little bear claws.
But you just tuck them in a tiny bit. Just tuck them in, tiny bit.
I'm a scary bear.
Sure. Or you're the guard. You're the skinny guy. What you usually have your center put make a big O out of his arms.
Yeah.
And you try to crawl through it like Winnie the Pooh getting some honey.
That's going.
Yeah.
Or maybe you hit a big basket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then your center comes up to you and he gives you a bear hug.
Ooh,
and you go,
that's a
it's
good one.
a bear hug.
Yeah.
And then that's your thing.
Yeah.
That is
Or
your
you
thing.
Drain a three-pointer and
Yeah.
you turn around and you do the Steph Curry shrug, but you say, "Where's my picnic basket?"
Yeah. Oh dear. Like you do something.
Yeah. Then you say, "How do you like that? It was very good, wasn't it?"
Yeah, that's a good one. How about this one? You grow a big beard, okay?
Yeah.
And then you start hanging out in the other part of town.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at night when you're introducing yourself to strangers at the coolest club in that part of town, you tell them you're a bear.
Yeah.
And then that's a celebration. What about that, Van?
Yeah, wear a rainbow flannel.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
That's way better than gun stuff. Ugh.
Any of these horrible ideas are better than gun stuff.
They also, like professional wrestler athlete, has replaced the gun thing with the drawn arrow thing.
Yeah.
Draw the arrow.
Sure.
The bow and arrow, like the what is this thing called that I'm pulling an arrow out of behind my back?
The quill?
A quill,
Is that right?
a quiver, a sack of arrows. So I'm gonna
now I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm gonna dislodge a arrow from
Bob, you know this answer.
Yeah, Bob,
What's
you
it
know
called?
the answer. What's that thing called where you hold your arrows, Bob?
Quiver.
Yeah.
No, the quiver is what holds your ammunition.
Yeah.
Call it.
That's what I said.
That's your thing in your
But you
backpack.
knock an arrow.
Yeah, a knock is what goes on the rope. That's a knock.
Thank you.
Well, that's where you put the arrow across your fingers, holding the bow, and you knock the arrow against the string.
Yeah, I just said that. That was my
Bob's a
exact.
huntsman.
Yeah.
No, I used to do archery.
Oh, yeah, and I'm talking, and you do it recurve only in
Yeah.
this example.
Oh, for sure.
This is not compoundy, boys.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't do a crossbow.
No.
No one will get that celebration.
Yeah,
that's weird.
What are you putting your foot into? What are you pulling
Yeah,
up
stop
from
it.
the ground?
It's taking too long, Ja.
Why are you lift? It's like you look like you're deadlifting when you pull up a crossbow thing.
Great deadlift
Like,
celebration.
So stupid.
It's all stupid.
That's what you do though. You pull your arrow from your quiver, you knock it on your imaginary bow, you pull back. Don't pull back at anyone.
Yeah.
Just pull back into the heavens like little baby Cupid flying around.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot a stranger.
Let it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. They can do Grinch celebrations in NFL games. People get it. You still think you got to go to the 6-shooter? You know what else I don't do? The Undertaker throat slash thing anymore.
What?
They're blasters from Star Wars.
Yeah.
I promise. Yeah, they're pew pew. They're not bang bangs. They're pew pews.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Sure.
Bob, the throat slash thing that the Undertaker used to, you know where he takes his thumb and he goes from the left of his throat to the right of his throat?
Okay, yeah.
Now you can do it lower. If you do it like I almost got
Down by the
I
collarbone?
almost got off colors. If you do it like chest high,
Yeah.
Okay.
like
Nip to nip.
nip to nip,
Yeah.
yeah, collar lower.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know what
We
it is.
still know what it is.
Yeah, what are you thumbing your number? Like, no, we know what that is.
Yeah. The one I really like is the two thumbs just pointing at the name on the back of your jersey. Just
Classic.
It's like thumbs up.
Classic. Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Yeah. Calm down, everyone in the whole world.
A lot better than guns.
There's a time for guns. If we had a gun sponsor on this show, which by the way, I would love to have, and we did like cool updates on the hunting report and the outdoor report, and we talked about the significance and ease of access to hunting materials and how fun it is. So much fun to go to the gun range. It is the funnest thing in the world to go and shoot with your buddies.
Sure.
You ever held a black powder rifle?
Oh man, clay pigeons, get out of here
all day.
It's a blast.
Let's go. But you can't find one in town that you can't convince to not push conceal carry because your neighbor's out to get you.
Yeah.
Like
shooting clay pigeons is the new golf.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Let's go.
Friend of the show.
Good little segment, man. I got more Russell Wilson jokes whenever we get back.
Let's do it.
Stuman on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football live from ABQ Axe, the intersection, San Mateo and Osuna, the sports animal.
For more than 50 years,
Clear.
Aquarium has been your pet's favorite weekly stop. Friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Shop local for an extensive selection of gifts for owners and pets. The Pet Supply Superstore. Visit clarkspets.com. This report is sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium.
Well, there's been a new report of a water rescue. This is at Central and the Rio Grande. Just watch for any emergency vehicles in the area. That earlier accident at southbound Rio Grande at Central, this has traffic creeping along from I-40. And westbound Paseo is still stop and go from 2nd Street to over the river.
Did the recent rain find its way into your house? Call Everguard Roofing and Solar. Inspections are free. Your roof protects everything inside your home. Everguard is here to solve any roofing problem. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardroofing.com. This report is sponsored by Everguard Roofing and Solar.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at americanhome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Former Lobo great Kenny Thomas. Is there a chance when it's all said and done, Donovan Dent's he's the best for three of them?
I would love to see Mashburn take that 15, 17-foot jump shot more. That's where the pick and rolls could come in to help him be able to take the ball off the dribble. When House doesn't have the ball in his hand and Dent does, I think it opens up House to where he's being able to knock down threes the way that he's been knocking it down.
Local talk on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Where will you be at midnight on New Year's Eve? A party with friends and family? A concert? A fireworks show? Or sitting on the side of the road looking at your totaled vehicle hoping everyone survived the crash? During the winter holidays, 40% of highway deaths are alcohol related. Don't become a statistic. Take a ride on us. This New Year's Eve, we partner with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Flasheen Baez and Inderman Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open your Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code ABQNYE23 in all caps. Then if you drink too much, request an Uber and take a ride on us. We'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer is good for the first 2,000 people who use the code between Friday, December 29th at 6 a.m. and Tuesday, January 2nd at 2 a.m. Up to 2 rides per person. So after the ball drops at Times Square and you kiss that special someone, take a ride on us. There's no excuse for drunk driving. Together we can end DWI.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
The hustle and bustle of Christmas is over, and it's time to treat myself for all of my hard work. So of course I went to Kohl's, and boy, I'm glad I did, because it's their biggest clearance event of the season. I saved 70% on a cute pair of jeans, a cozy sweater, and some comfy PJs. Yep, going to Kohl's was just what I needed. Now to get back to the holiday spirit for New Year's. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Family. Isn't that what the holidays are all about? Like quality time with the turbocharged TLX. Shopping with the roomy MDX. Bonding with the super handling RDX. Or sheer holiday joy with the Integra's available 6-speed manual transmission. Get in the holiday spirit at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
Test drive your new Acura at Montano Acura today. Exit I-25 West on Montano.
New Mexico Sports Authority, 95.9 FM.
Going back.
10, the sports animal.
Hey guys. Ready? Mike's hot.
Trying to tell him it's the game, but they listen all around the world. This we claim West Side. Yeah, West Side. This we claim West Side.
You remember 1 year ago when we were reacting to this Russell Wilson trade? I guess it wasn't quite 2 years ago.
It's been that long. It was awful last year, too. It was even worse last year. At least they were able to tease their fan base a little bit this year. Keep them interested. Keep them on the hook a little bit, and then break their heart. We're going to throw away. We're going to throw away like $85 million just to get rid of this. Just to get rid of Russ.
Got to trade him somewhere. No one wants it.
No one wants him.
It's such a weird thing. Like, let's talk about your Jets for a second, right?
What?
So, the New Jersey Jets sign, and maybe you're familiar with them, Aaron Rodgers.
Ah, legend.
Yeah. And they're like,
big science guy.
They're like, okay.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, we're gonna find success now. We got Aaron Rodgers, we're the team, and because we couldn't win with any of the guys we had, and it sucks, or whatever. And okay, year starts, Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. All right, well, we got Zach Wilson, and there's not like any other quarterbacks out there. We shouldn't look at the guy we had on our roster last year, Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
We shouldn't, the second after the Achilles burst at Aaron Rodgers, call Joe Flacco because he's washed up.
Yeah, he's washed up.
He's booty.
Oh, God, he sucks. There's no way he can contribute to our team.
No, he's not. He's not New Jersey Jets quality.
Us with an above-average offensive line and 2 good running backs and a stud wide receiver and maybe the best defense in football. There's no way he'll survive that.
And Joe Flacco shows up in Cleveland, and naysayers are going to say for years to come, well, Cleveland made the playoffs after their quarterback deal with Deshaun Watson, and it's all Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, yeah.
The league needs more Joe Flaccos.
The Browns aren't just surviving; they are thriving with Joe Flacco. 3 straight 300-yard games. That is more than 3 years of Kenny Pickett.
Wild.
That is more than Deshaun Watson since he's thrown on an orange jersey.
How do you not think to look at the guy
who knows your playbook already? Who knows how to get around the office? He knows every square inch of your facilities. He knows probably 3/4 of the players. He can still sling it. Screw that guy.
The New Jersey Jets have not had a quarterback throw for more than 10 tutties since 2019. Did you hear the thing I just said out loud?
It's insanely sad. It is sad. It's embarrassing to the organization.
They will trade for Russell Wilson. That's why I'm saying all of this.
To back up Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. Go all in.
Take on all that extra money, too. Aaron Rodgers, who recently, for the first time in his career, took a pay cut once. You're going to give all this money to Russell Wilson to be a backup? I don't think so.
The other big announcement in the NFL today, the Washington Guardians are changing their quarterback for the final 2 games of the year. Jacoby Brissett, he's in.
Good.
Sammy Howell, he's out.
Took a little too long. Could have figured that one out a long time ago.
You think that would have saved him?
Yeah.
It's so bad, right?
Jacoby Brissett had like 140 yards on 2 drives. Sam Howell had like 95 the whole game. It was wildly pathetic. Hey, Jacoby Brissett and Tyrod Taylor got promoted on the same day. The Tommy Cutlet era is over.
Wayne is on the
Marinara
line.
Mike
Wayne.
Vick, his reign of terror is over. He got to beat my Packers and put them in position to miss the playoffs, and then sucked against everyone else.
Friend of the show, Wayne, joins us on the Sports Animal Hotline. Wayne, you're not at ABQX, but you're here with us. What's up, brother?
Hey, I hope you had a good Christmas, man. Yeah, I 100% agree with you guys, though, is that having a good quarterback is huge to the success of any team. And when people, it's crazy because when the success happens within a team, then they become a quote unquote a system quarterback or a quarterback that's with good players and stuff like that. But that quarterback still has to get those good players the ball. And it's crazy how the media kind of beats them up. I'm not saying you guys, but the mainstream media really pushes them about, well, when a quarterback does success, then they say, well, it's just a system quarterback. Well, I would think the Jets would love a system quarterback that threw for at least 3 touchdowns in one game. So I think quarterbacks are overrated at times, but they're also underrated as far as the success of a team. And sometimes people they overlook it because so much limelight that gets on these quarterbacks. But you don't really realize that even when people talk smack about Dak Prescott, they would say, when the Titans or the Jets want a quarterback that's throwing for 28 touchdowns and hardly any picks, like you can knock a quarterback, but if they're being successful, I think a lot of teams would cry for a mediocrity quarterback that's quote unquote a system quarterback than someone unfortunate like Zach Wilson or anyone else you can name that right off the top of my head, but I can't. But in any sense, so yeah, I 100% would agree with you on that. You get these quarterbacks and teams bash them when they start doing well, but there's a lot of teams that wish that somebody was like quarterback on their team was getting bashed. But in any sense, man, that's just my take on that. You guys have a good weekend.
Right back at you, Wayne.
Good call, Wayne.
I mean, when was the last time a mediocre quarterback won a Super Bowl? We got to go all the way back to Trent Dilfer, or maybe Russell Wilson, if that's what you consider him. Yeah, I mean, I think it's been that long.
Well, it's not fair a little bit because Tom Brady all those years. Like that super screws it up, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, he eats a lot of those. But when it wasn't Brady, it was Breeze, Manning, Rodgers, Mahomes. Stafford got the one.
Philadelphia
your boy Kurt Warner.
It's Philadelphia. Nick Foles.
All right, that's a good one.
2018 Nick Foles.
Yeah. Nick Foles is a freak year. Joe Flacco, who until the last 3 weeks, I thought he was an average guy. But look, everyone else is like a Hall of Fame level quarterback.
2009.
All the way to Trent Dilfer.
Pittsburgh with Ben Roethlisberger.
He was way above average. Except for the weird life stuff, he was a good quarterback.
I'm looking at it with you right now, and
yeah, that weird Nick Foles upsetting
Nick Foles.
Tom Brady year.
Yeah,
it goes all the way back to Trent Dilfer. Then even after that, Warner, Elway, Favre, Aikman, Young, Aikman. Then you go back to Rippon and Hostetler.
Yeah, in the Washington year, that's a backup as well. So
yeah.
I mean, there's
Hostetler backup for Jim Kelly, who's a Hall of Fame guy. It's
you got to have one. There's not another conversation.
Right. What, you got 3 average guys in the past 30 years? Everyone else is a Hall of Famer. You can't do it.
Doug Williams is not a Hall of Famer, but yeah.
Well, I mean, before that, yeah. Since then.
Yeah, Jim McMahon in '86. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, we're talking about 5 exceptions in my entire life.
Yeah. My birth year was Joe Theismann. And he would be in that conversation if he never got hurt. But then it was Bradshaw, Staubach, Stabler, Bradshaw, Greasy. Like all of these guys, Super Bowl winning quarterbacks since the history of the game are all legends. It's nearly impossible or statistically wildly improbable to win one without a top shelf quarterback.
Mark Wilson in '84 was not great, but you get it. Yeah, I'm in on this belief system. If you don't have one of the top 5 guys, there's only 5 examples since you and I have been alive.
Correct.
Where a team has won without.
And look, 2 of them were the Ravens with legendary defenses. 2012, the Ravens had the best defense in football. And then
2001.
2001 Super Bowl, they had one of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah.
Jim McMahon, who, while he's a cool, fun dude, wasn't a great quarterback. That Bears defense was legendary. So you either have to have a top 5 quarterback or one of the best defenses of all time. That's the only playbook.
And for real, the best defense, and I'm not going to sit here and say some of these teams that had some of the best quarterbacks in the league at the time didn't also have good defenses. They did. I'm not going to say they didn't.
Sure.
But
a lot of those Patriots teams.
Yeah. Good little segment, man. Good little segment altogether. Big thank you to Wayne for taking the time. He's super nice.
He's good.
He loves sports.
He pokes us a little bit sometimes. Yeah. He's like, "Hey guys, enough Kanye talk. Let's
figure it out.
Straighten it out.
Get right." He says, "Get right." Today we'll do the I-9 varsity when we get back. It's the I-9 varsity of not political stories of 2023.
Okay.
This is to help our friend Amory Castillo, as she's got a big stand-up coming up this Sunday night where she was told to go sans politics, but wanted to do a year in review. I'm in. Zooming on 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from ABQX, the intersection of San Mateo and Osuna. Don't forget, we are the home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football right here on the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by...
And you're clear.
At Lowe's, save big when you buy in bulk. Get 10% off select concrete mix when you buy 1 pallet or more, because Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Well, we have a new report of an accident. This is northbound tramway right around I-40. Another accident, Carlisle at Aztec. This is just north of Candelaria. An earlier report of a water rescue at Central and Rio Grande is still in effect, so just watch for any emergency vehicles. And an accident southbound Rio Grande at Central has traffic still creeping right along.
Brought to you by Whitener Law Firm, your trusted Albuquerque accident lawyers.
You're injured, and then, out of nowhere, a cold call from a personal injury attorney. Do you really want your case in the hands of someone who harasses you? Choose an attorney who respects your privacy. There's them, and then there's us. Call Whitener Law at 883-RUSS.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Hey everyone, I'm Erin Hawksworth here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Following their loss on Christmas Day, the BetQL model likes the Bucks to bounce back in tonight's matchup with the Nets. The Nets on the second night of a back-to-back, and the Bucks looking to get back on track. BetQL's model has Milwaukee -4 as a 4-star best bet. I'm Erin Hawksworth. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetMGM and BetQL apps today.
Hey folks, this is Kenny Thomas with Capital Ford. Did you know December is the best time to buy your new ride only at Capital Ford? The capital of the lowest prices with no dealer markups ever. That's right, over 160 new vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Save thousands on all new vehicles today during our year-end clearance sale. Plus, Capital Ford will meet or beat any Ford dealer by $1,200. See all the savings today online at CapitalFordNM.com.
When choosing a lawyer after a car wreck, you need to consider the law firm's experience, results, and reputation. Lerner & Rose stands above other law firms when it comes to experience and results, helping over 150,000 people recover billions of dollars. When it comes to reputation, we have thousands of 5-star reviews. Call us today and let us put our experience, proven results, and reputation to work for you.
Lerner & Rose can get you more. Scroll 544-4444.
Multi-state settlements. Carlos Obri Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard. Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard. It's perfect.
Start learning a new language today. Go to Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers.
1 minute.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000.
30.
I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies,
Liner and 10.
measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094.
The Duke City's home for
Stand by.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The
Mike's hot.
Oh.
Everybody say bye-bye to the nice guy. Everybody say hi to the guy.
Non-political year in review. That's today's I-9 varsity van.
Okay.
League office 280 and i9sports.com. You can connect with them. 505-312-4999. They have all kinds of programs going on right now, including stuff over at Hoover. They got the basketball and the volleyball. It's cold now. You got to play the inside games.
Yeah, totally. I get it.
Okay. Now, this is a tough one. Yeah. Politics is kind of everything. Remember,
Politic adjacent? Is that okay? Are we just going straight, no association with politics whatsoever? Because
Well,
I could go either way,
so it's interesting, right?
much like you in college.
Doesn't make any sense. Because you want to say the biggest story of the year is Roe v. Wade.
Sure, politics.
That's what you want to say. But
Cross
that's
it out.
politics.
Cross it out. Yeah.
Can't do it. That's politics.
Well, DeSantis's platform shoes that he got busted for, that's politics. Cross that one out.
That seems like it's politics.
Can't do that one.
Now, it's a submarine imploding is not politics.
It's not politics.
But hold on. The response to it,
Very political.
very political.
Yeah, the event itself, that's not politics.
What is it?
Could be considered science and or horror.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
That's what you're going with?
Sure.
There's a war in the Middle East.
Yep, that's politics.
It's very politics.
Mhm.
There's war in Ukraine still. That I guess that's 2 years old though. So
Yep, that's still going.
Was there Squid Game this year? Did that come out? No.
A game show Squid Game came out.
What is that?
Like people play the game show Squid Game, but they don't die. They just get kicked off the show. I didn't watch it because I have a life.
Barbieheimer?
Barbenheimer. Hey,
Oh.
hey, that's not political at all.
Let's go.
That's a big
I
one.
put that one on the list.
Hey, good one. Is that
Hold
your
on.
first one?
Hold on.
No, hold on.
Nuclear war.
Okay, well, we're talking about two motion pictures. The event of Barbie and Oppenheimer coming out on the same day, and people going to both of them. That's not political.
No, hold on. There were a lot of political and political adjacent people that told me the Barbie was very politically
Is it
driven.
gay propaganda
Yes,
or something?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm just talking about the movies coming out on the same day and people watching a double feature. That's not political.
Okay. What? Oh, all right. I got one.
Okay.
The failure of the Tesla truck.
Okay, not political.
Okay.
No, that's
hold on.
a failed business.
Elon Musk.
Okay, though now you're separating.
But he is Tesla.
The failure of Tesla had nothing to do with his politics. They created a awful product and didn't keep up with their promises.
Okay.
So I think those are separate.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Very non-political. Okay. The wildfires in Maui.
They became political.
Ah,
They
damn
be-
it.
they
All
became-
right.
No, the fires themselves, tragedy. Huge story.
Yeah.
Became political. All right. I have an actual non-political story.
The funeral of Pope Benedict the 13th.
Religious, not necessarily political,
Oh,
unless
hold-
you
he ran a
factor
state,
in
yeah.
unless you factor in all of Catholicism and how they support different lobbies and et cetera, et cetera. Then it becomes political.
Because I think I have one, but if you're ready.
Okay, I think I got a good one.
Okay.
Okay, not political at all.
Okay.
How many shots of Fireball have you taken in your life?
In my life?
Yeah.
A grip.
A bunch,
Yeah.
right? That's an easy go-to shot at the bar.
I would agree.
Fireball, cinnamon whiskey, right?
Sure.
Fireball got sued this year because there is no whiskey in their whiskey. It is malt liquor and wine.
No, here's the problem
with cinnamon
So
flavor.
you're describing a headline. That's not a known one. That's not you can do that in a stand-up. You have to explain that.
Now hold on. You can lead into it.
Hmm.
You could tell the story and then knock it out the park.
So I need familiar. All right. Here,
Yeah,
how about
that's
this?
like okay, it's labeled right there. Fireball cinnamon whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. Not a drop of whiskey in it at all. It's all malt liquor
Right.
and wine. Russell Wilson, it says quarterback right there.
Yeah. It's all malt liquor and wine.
It's all malt liquor and wine.
What about? All right, hear me out, because I got one from January. I found one. Okay. Do you remember when the doomsday clock was moved to 90 seconds to midnight? Do you remember that?
Yeah, Dune is almost coming out.
Yeah.
Did you say Doomsday?
Doomsday.
When is Doomsday?
It's 90 seconds away.
It's coming soon.
Now this might be one non-political, right? We're
Okay.
going non-political. Tom Brady retires again.
Sure. That's sports, the sports world.
That one's safe.
Yeah, that's good. That's a big one. That's a big one.
LeBron James becomes.
Also, I think that happened in 22, didn't it? It happened in 22.
No, if you don't remember, he did it February 1st to steal the shine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they sold the sand on the internet.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Now-
I got a big one.
Is it
No,
about?
hold on, I got a small one.
Oh, okay.
Then I got a big
Yeah.
one. You remember that guy in Yellowstone who saved the baby bison from drowning?
No,
and because he touched it,
I don't.
He got rejected by the herd, and then Yellowstone, I just went blank.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner, yes, and the star of TV's hit series Yellowstone. They had to euthanize the bison because it got rejected by its herd and it couldn't survive on its
It's not a
own.
real thing.
So a guy saved it from a river, thought he was doing the right thing, but they had to kill it.
Okay.
So he could have just let the bison drown. That happened this year.
You're talking about a scene from a TV show.
No. It happened in National Park Yellowstone, not on the hit TV series of the same name.
That is correct.
If
I
a
read the
baby
same
bird
story.
Falls out of a nest, put it back in the nest.
Hey, Bob knows this story.
Yeah, I read it too. Yeah.
See?
Guys, these aren't well-known stories.
Hey,
These-
if you want non-political, that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what
They're
about
all political or sports.
LeBron James surpassing Kareem Abdul's scoring record, 38,387?
Okay. I got a joke for A. Murray.
Okay.
This past year, LeBron James beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record.
Love it.
I would be more impressed if LeBron James beat Wilt Chamberlain's scoring
yeah, I see
record.
what you did there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got it.
Talking about sex.
You got to know. Well, okay.
Now, what about?
Not going there.
Okay.
Of course, A. Marie might.
The only story of the year is Taylor Swift's Eras tour. That's the only story, right?
You're leaving out the biggest one in the world.
SpaceX exploding. Donald Trump being charged and indicted by a grand jury.
Political.
Oh, dang it.
multiple countries admitted that aliens exist, Fred.
That
is the biggest country in the world. Story in the world. Aliens. The meme, the guy who's got the big hair in the hands on the meme.
E.T.
And it just
phone
said,
home.
aliens. It's real. He was right the whole time. That weirdo that we've been making fun of for a decade was correct.
Not the death of Queen
Tom
Elizabeth.
DeLonge of Blink 182 was right this whole time.
Not the death of Tina Turner.
He quit one of the most successful rock and roll bands in the history of rock and roll to look for aliens, and he was chastised for a decade, and he was correct.
Not the death of Harry Belafonte.
That's a big one.
Not the writer's strike. We're going with
aliens.
Aliens are weird. Not Twitter rebranding to X.
Aliens.
Not the Women's World Cup.
Not the aliens that get shoved in the buses by Republicans and dropped off in other places. Not those aliens.
Not those.
Big-eyed, green, gray, tall aliens. They're real.
Not in mid-September when the United States of America surpassed the mass shooting milestone, setting a record. Not that.
I mean, well, we're the best at everything. Let's just get that out of the way.
Do not like what you just said. Do not care at all. Not Rosin. I think there's not the stories. I don't think there's a way to do it, is all I'm trying to say. Sandra Day O'Connor dies. You have to talk about that.
Naturally. That's a big one. Also, aliens, bro.
Okay, it's aliens.
It's aliens.
Imploding subs, aliens, and the Eras Tour.
Yes, that's it.
Year in review. Non-political. Beyonce put out a movie. Did you see that?
No. What was it?
This is the third time we've heard Umbrella here at ABQX by Rihanna.
I'm ready for the fourth. Let's go.
2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
And you're clear.
Firm. At Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance, you can save up to 60% on select mattresses. Plus, score a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Here's to better sleep in 2024. The right mattress matters, and Mattress Firm will find yours.
Well, folks, we are still seeing some delays out there. Northbound and southbound Carlisle has delays between Candelaria and Comanche. Westbound Central is seeing major delays starting from around San Felipe Street to Atrisco. And westbound Paseo is sluggish from Golf Course to Unser.
This report brought to you by Sandia Area Federal Credit Union.
Save better on a new certificate from Sandia Area. Want to lock in great savings without the worry? Withdraw up to 50% of your funds once during your term with no penalties. Sandia Area. Better banking without the bank. Sandia Area is federally insured by the National Credit Union Association. Restrictions apply. Visit sandia.org for details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Say my name, say my name.
Well, every other station calls it the big game. We call it the Super Bowl because we're Albuquerque's exclusive home for Super Bowl 58.
Zeros on the clock. It's over.
For the Super Bowl, not the big game.
The Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
Ah, that feels good. Super Bowl. Your home for the Super Bowl every year is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Say my name.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield by Marriott has everything you need to get ready for game day. From comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast, Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels and official hotel partner of the NCAA. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
Fill your game day cooler with the refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Smooth, real brewed tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Look for the bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The holidays are around the corner. Get your car taken care of so you can focus on your family. It's Jeff Symbieta. My friends over at On the Spot Automotive Detailing can help you get your car cleaned and looking like new. Don't have the time? On the Spot Automotive Detailing will do it for you wherever and whenever it's convenient. When they're done, your car looks, feels, and smells like it's brand new. Not to mention, they also offer window tint services for your vehicle. Call 505-859-2859 or book online at otsdetailing.com. That's otsdetailing.com.
Does anyone feel like life is busier than ever, especially with the holidays? I'm a planner and try to think of it all. But what about the unexpected? Now I've got that covered. My husband and I finally got life insurance with Select Quote, and I couldn't believe how easy and affordable it was. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. This holiday season, I feel a little lighter, knowing my family is protected and ready for whatever the new year throws our way. Call Select Quote at 1-800-606-9090. That's 1-800-606-9090. Or go to selectquote.com to get your
back in 30.
1-800-606-9090. Details on example rate at selectquote.com.
Isn't this great? A cozy winter
30.
In a nice warm.
Okay.
So, who forgot to get the furnace inspected this year?
I don't know, maybe me.
Old furnace on its last legs? Daniels offers inspections and startups. They specialize in furnace repair, replacement, and new installs with a variety of high-efficiency heating solutions. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning guarantees customer satisfaction. Plus, free estimates on replacements and installs. Keep your family cozy this winter with Daniels, 898-8860.
This is where New Mexico comes for sport. 95.
Okay, stand by.
610. The
Mike's hot.
This song you can get a paper cut through. You know, so we can lay back, enjoy the left seat. Get in. Night.
Over the time, yeah, I ain't hard to find. Know I'm always on the grind with some money on my mind, but I like it. But I like it. Yeah. Cali trees, Cali sweat, Cali freeze, hustle never stops. Round the
Playing our Oh, what? Every day this happens. Serious? Literally, it's the exact same spot every day.
I can keep going if you want to.
Yeah, in that while.
Bob, who's up next? Can we kick him off the air?
Does it work like that, Bob? Can we go all night?
Only with your permission, Bob.
Yeah, Bob, you're in control here. Bob, you tell us.
Well, there's nobody there.
Wait, it's just dead.
Sorry. No.
Just turn the signal off?
No.
It's just the national anthem? From the text
No.
of the 2014 pitching Buffalo Sabres were tanking, Sabres were tanking. And it's something, though, the franchise has done publicly. They admitted to it. Fans showed up and actually tiered losses. Bank merch was insane. The dollars rolled in. You can absolutely activate your market with utility.
Okay, well, I thought I was talking about something revolutionary in that moment, and it's literally been done before.
0565, thank you.
So, my idea is valid or new.
Join the club.
Final hour of the program. 95.9 FM.
Brought to you by Whitener Law
and you're clear.
Trusted Albuquerque Accident Lawyers.
With personal injury cases, insurance companies know which attorneys settle for less. Is your attorney really fighting for your rights or just playing into the insurance company's hands? Don't settle. Choose Whitener Law. We will fight for every dollar you deserve. There's them, and then there's us. Call 883-RUSS.
Well, folks, we are still seeing some delays out there. Northbound and southbound Carlisle has delays between Candelaria and Comanche. Westbound Central is seeing major delays starting from around San Felipe Street to Atrisco. And westbound Paseo is sluggish from Golf Course to Unser.
Are you a sports fanatic?
You need to visit the premier sports entertainment, music, and memorabilia store, All in Autographs. All in Autographs is a one-stop shop for sports fanatics. Visit All in Autographs, Hoffmantown Square, allinautographs.com.
This report brought to you by All in Autographs.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
I can't believe this could happen to me. It was just a few drinks. I do it all the time. Only this time, with my wife and kids in the car, I got pulled over by the police. Then I failed a sobriety test, and I was placed under arrest. My bad choices have finally caught up with me.
Drunk driving? It's not worth the risk. It's up to you to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
The hustle and bustle of Christmas is over, and it's time to treat myself for all of my hard work. So of course I went to Kohl's, and boy, I'm glad I did, because it's their biggest clearance event of the season. I saved 70% on a cute pair of jeans, a cozy sweater, and some comfy PJs. Yep, going to Kohl's was just what I needed. Now to get back in the holiday spirit for New Year's. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
With every other attorney out there claiming to be the right attorney for you, it's time we look at the facts. Lerner & Rowe has helped over 150,000 injured people receive compensation for their injuries. We've recovered billions of dollars, with over $1 billion recovered in the last 5 years alone. The reality is, there's Lerner & Rowe, then there's everybody else. In a wreck, need a check?
Golden State Settlements. Carlos Espinosa is the managing attorney, 2711 Carlisle Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station.
Even if they're not that proud of us.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo.
Okay, guys.
2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Wrapped up the final hour of the program. It's been a good program.
Boy, you ain't never lied.
Started off very funny. Kind of maintain that throughout. That's my thing. Catch me up on Draymond Green. What's going on, man?
So, after 3 days, he's rehabilitated.
What does that mean?
All right.
Clapping for?
Good news, NBA.
What?
Your boy Draymond, he's fixed. He went to therapy for 3 days. Now he's trying to negotiate with the NBA and come back. He's a new man.
What are you saying?
So, a decade of him being an AH, a decade of him being an Astro Houston.
Yes, correct.
He's just rehabilitated in 3 days, ready to come back. Welcome back, Draymond, with open arms. Good job, buddy. Proud of your hard work in those 72 hours of therapy. So in 3 days, he did an hour of therapy, 3 days in a row. And if you're following me here on the program, that's 3 hours total. So in 3 hours of therapy, Draymond Green is a changed man. He's a new man. He's ready to come back to the NBA. I think he farts flower petals now and rainbows shoot out of his urethra.
This is like an elective therapy? This one he was made to go to?
I believe he had to.
He's suspended indefinitely.
Right.
You know how long that is?
They can just decide whenever he gets to come back. But look, when he got suspended indefinitely, we didn't know that the therapist he was seeing is an absolute miracle worker. And so a lifetime of stress and anxiety and abuse and childhood trauma and anger.
Yeah.
I mean, just took 3 days.
to overcome it all.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, I'm proud of the guy.
I'm a fella who suffered from some mental health in my day, man.
Suffered? We talking in the past tense?
I'm a fella who's currently coping.
There we go.
With
Same.
And I don't necessarily think I believe that 3 hours is substantial enough time to cure what ails you.
It's a lifetime of work. He needs to take at friggin' least, somewhere in between 3 or 6 months or 6 months to a year. Somewhere in that general time frame
of lost
to
wages.
Step away.
Yeah.
To step away from basketball,
Mhm.
not have that intense competition in his head, because 72 hours is not enough for him to fix everything that's wrong with him. Trust me, I've been working on it my whole life. It's not done yet.
It's a forever thing.
It's a forever thing. And it's not something you fix in 3 days.
You
with
can
3 1-hour therapy sessions. Bro.
You can get real motivated once your pocketbook starts to get a little light.
I think he's okay.
I think we all have had that job where it's like, hey, the way you're doing it, if you continue to do it that way, this is no longer your job. I think everyone can kind of relate to that. Maybe it's not your job today. Maybe it was you were pushing carts at Target when you were a kid, and they said, hey, stop doing the run, jump on the back of the cart, wheelie, move up front. Otherwise, you can't work here. So what you do is you stop doing that.
From personal experience,
yes,
right
100%.
now. Yeah. And you said no. It's my way or the highway, obviously.
And the highway was very close.
If you can't do cart wheelies, there's no reason to work at a supermarket.
I get that you want me to pick up multiple carts at a time and push them in a line. Here's the thing, they're heavy. And if I do it my way, I get to get little wheelie rides every time. That's what I want to do. It's funner. I enjoy it more. Oh, wait, I don't have a job anymore. That's what happened to Draymond Green. He's going to, because you have to, say all the things along the lines of, I'm rehabilitated. I'm figured out. When that's a lie. That's a full-on lie. And you can't, as the organization or as the league, allow him to lie to your face again. You remember when he would like kick a dude in the crotch? And then
hold on, which time?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he would say, oops. Like you've been a liar your whole life. Why all of a sudden, on a thing that I think a lot of people would identify as almost impossible, would we start believing you?
Like, oh, now.
Yeah. Now you're a changed man.
Yeah.
Liar.
I got a very simple yet draconian, maybe Machiavellian,
Draconian
solution to this problem.
Okay.
Every team that the Warriors play get one extra player. And whenever Draymond Green checks into the game, that player gets to open up the playbook and be like, damn, what should I choose today? Should I kick him in the nuts? Should I choke him out? Should I step on his face? Should I step on his chest? Should I pull him down when he's shooting a jumper? Should I punch him in the stomach when he's taking a layup? Because these are all things that Draymond Green's done. And if once a game they let him do it to him and make an example out of him for the future of the NBA, I think that might.
For an eye.
Yeah. Machiavellian punishment. Like,
Yes.
That's how you fix this problem. I think Draymond Green will learn that way. It is violent and it is gross and it's dark. And I don't think that's a real, tangible, real life solution. But I think that's one that Draymond Green will understand right now.
Just have him
in this moment.
Have him run through.
Yeah.
The gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Taking shot after shot.
Yeah. Draymond Green checks into the game. The other team, home court, play the friggin' John Cena noises. You got Charles Oakley Jr. or Bill Laimbeer Jr. Somebody gets to come into the game, gets to get one insanely dirty foul on Draymond, and then checks right out. And then they all play basketball. Draymond Green would learn from that.
There's just blood.
It is a horrible way to teach somebody a lesson, but he would learn today. It's either that or take time off of basketball, go to therapy for a year,
Yeah.
figure out what's going on with you, you pile of garbage, and then come back later.
Well, and if we were calling it the streets or whatever, like that's how you learn it in the streets.
Sure.
Like if you're playing pickup ball and you're the guy who does this, also it's to a much lesser degree. If you're the guy that every play goes foul, foul, foul,
Yeah.
like eventually you're going to catch one. Like, and then you're going to stop because you're going to know what a foul is.
Oh, that one's a foul.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs someone to treat him like Draymond Green. The best cure for a bad Draymond Green is a good Draymond Green.
Yes.
That's politically what they say.
Bad Draymond Green with a technical is a good Draymond Green with a technical.
More NFL talk whenever we get back. The boys are at ABQ Axe. We're throwing axes. It's $7.50 off per person per hour tonight. That's half, man. That's like half.
It's super close to half. It's
Okay.
not half.
Okay, it's like
We're giving you almost half.
like
I think it's illegal to give you half off. I read that somewhere.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah. I learned all of business law in 3 days.
In 3 1-hour sessions.
Yep.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home of Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football. The sports animal.
This report is
Claire
by Blake's Lottaburger.
'Tis the season to enjoy the Biscuitito Shake from Blake's Lottaburger, a special batch of New Mexico's favorite cookie baked just for us, added to a shake and served to you. In that order, grab one today at Blake's Lottaburger for a limited time only. Sorry, so good.
Well, folks, we are still seeing some delays out there. Northbound and southbound Carlisle has delays between Candelaria and Comanche. Westbound Central is seeing major delays starting from around San Felipe Street to Atrisco. And westbound Paseo is sluggish from Golf Course to Unser.
New Mexico's sunshine is awesome, but it's hard on your roof and winter weather will expose its weaknesses. Everguard Roofing and Solar offers free inspections. They're honest, do excellent work, and will help with your insurance company. Call 821-9543 or visit everguardroofing.com. This report is sponsored by Everguard Roofing and Solar.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Kicking it with Kenny Thomas.
How do you feel about defense in the NBA?
What is that?
Are they taking it out of the game or are they playing it?
What's that? What's that? Defense? What?
Defense?
Huh? Defense
not
supposed to win
playing it?
championships,
Yeah.
but missed shots wins championships now. It's just a different game right now. Points.
Local talk on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Where will you be at midnight on New Year's Eve? A party with friends and family? A concert? A fireworks show? Or sitting on the side of the road looking at your totaled vehicle hoping everyone survived the crash? During the winter holidays, 40% of highway deaths are alcohol related. Don't become a statistic. Take a ride on us. This New Year's Eve, we partner with Bernalillo County Department of Behavioral Health Services, Sandoval County DWI Prevention, and Flasheen Baez and Inderman Injury Lawyers to help end DWI. Open your Uber app now and under vouchers, enter the code ABQNYE23 in all caps. Then if you drink too much, request an Uber and take a ride on us. We'll pay up to $10 for your ride. This offer is good for the first 2,000 people who use the code between Friday, December 29th at 6 a.m. and Tuesday, January 2nd at 2 a.m. Up to 2 rides per person. So after the ball drops at Times Square and you kiss that special someone, take a ride on us. There's no excuse for drunk driving. Together we can end DWI.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my
taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes, and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094. 800-539-5094.
This holiday, give your home the
1 minute
and security. I'm Tom Schaefer, president of ABC Door Company. Since 1973, we've built our reputation on trust and quality, understanding that it's more than just a garage door. Enjoy the season with our exclusive holiday bundle. Get 10% off when you upgrade to a new insulated garage door paired with an electric opener. Let's make your home cozy and secure for the holidays. Visit abcdoor.com for more info. ABC Door, providing doors of distinction for over 50 years.
30.
Businesses continue to shut down in Albuquerque, tired of being victims of crime. It's happening for small businesses too. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service, IPS. If you're tired of waiting on the police to show up until it's too late, IPS provides standing guards and armed response to your alarm usually in 7 minutes or less. Our presence at major retailers is making it
10 to the liner.
your business. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. IPS, passionate to defend Albuquerque businesses.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at
Okay.
95.9 FM and AM 610. These
Mike is hot.
This was the business like 20 minutes. Rock. It's like the calm before the 7 o'clock storm.
Yep. They're coming.
Yeah, I can feel it.
They're coming. This place was shoulder to shoulder for like 3 hours.
Yeah, we got here about 3. Yeah, that tracks. We've been watching I'm going to call this a first date. I don't know what you want to call this. This is a first date, right?
I would assume. I think it's a little Tinder boy.
Right, Bob. So there's like a online dating first date.
We're assuming.
We're assuming at ABQX. They both seem like they're very nice.
Yeah.
I would say
Good people.
Yeah.
Both wearing green.
Yeah, they're both in the green.
Just the season.
Yeah. And Bob, you could come to ABQX and throw X's, and that's what I think we traditionally sell.
Yeah.
But what we maybe should have reconsidered was the idea of just coming and having a cold one. Yeah. Because that's what they've been doing for over an hour now. They're just
sitting here watching us, telling us that
yeah.
I'm assuming talking about how wrong we are on all of our takes.
One would assume. Yeah.
Probably.
Well, you know what it could also be? And maybe there's like a 7 o'clock group coming, maybe. But maybe this fella or lady, maybe one of them was like, hey, I'm going to trick the other one and tell him to come early so we can have some one-on-one time.
Nice.
Yeah, sly.
Janice from accounting.
Yeah. Yeah. The dating game's weird. This has been kind of nice. Yeah, here's what we're trying to say. Come to ABQX. Do whatever you want. Just be here.
Last time I checked, this was America.
America. This is a cool hangout spot, though.
You don't even have to throw axes. You just have some chicken wings and a beer if you want. Which the dry rub is fantastic.
I'm gonna have those before I go. You remember Aaron Rodgers?
The football player or the country musician?
That's Kenny Rogers.
Damn it.
Yeah, so it's got to be the football player.
Okay.
So he
Well, what about Kenny Rogers' boy Aaron?
Are you talking about Kenny Rogers Jr.?
Yes.
KRJ.
Uh-huh.
So Aaron Rodgers, he blew out the Achilles. That sucked.
Bummer. Yeah, sad.
And then and then the Lions won the NFC North. So like it's just going. He's just got no positive in his life. He's got none. And now traditionally he throws people under the bus afterwards.
Correct.
But he's preemptively doing it with the Jets, man.
Historically, that is his go-to.
Mm-hmm.
That is his milieu, if you will.
He says the Jets should not have announced that he was available to return to the team. He said it was going against his belief system because
belief system.
He didn't believe he was going to be able to return this season.
So I see some problems with this, Fred.
Okay.
And again, you might need to clarify. This is still the same Aaron Rodgers football, Packers, anti-vax, went to the Jets, blew out his Achilles. Same dude, right?
Lived with a live-in boyfriend for a while.
Yeah,
that, you know,
allegedly,
allegedly.
allegedly.
Lots of failed
The same guy
engagements.
that's on Pat McAfee every week.
That's him. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
We're talking about the same
Got
guy.
it. Yep.
Same dude. So I'm pretty sure all football season, he said he's ready to surprise some people about how fast he's going to come back. And you're going to see him play before the end of this football season, straight out of his mouth. And it's been the speculation all year that when he was cleared to play, he would be back on the field, hopefully leading the Jets to a playoff berth. That didn't happen for the team because they were way too Zach Wilson-y all season, which is a problem for everyone except for single women in their 50s in the New York, New Jersey area. It's great for them, but for the New York Jets football team, it's horrible for them. But anyways, this is the same guy who said he's going to come back all year, and he finally gets to come back. He's finally cleared to play, and he's like, it wasn't my idea to come back. I didn't say I was going to do it. You know what this is? This is a kid who wants to go down that big slide so bad that all of his friends, he sees all of his friends in line.
I'll jump off of it.
The little kid stands in line for an hour, ready to go down this slide.
Hyping it.
And once
everyone.
Once it's his turn, he gets to the top of the top of the staircase.
Yes.
That he's been waiting for
Correct.
an hour.
Yes.
With his friends all around him.
Everything's accurate.
I don't want to do it anymore. This is stupid.
No.
You guys are stupid for liking slides.
It's even worse than that. There's gaslighting involved because he says, it was you guys who said I was going to do it the whole time. I knew I wasn't. I was just coming up here to hang out.
I just wanted to stand in line on the stairs with you guys. I never said I wanted to go down the slide.
Yeah, twin 4-story slides are stupid.
You guys are dorks. Slides aren't even cool.
No.
I don't want to go down a slide.
Yeah.
You guys are babies.
Oh, you mean they don't turn the water off? I'm not getting wet. That's what this is. It's him just completely and for no reason mangling the story. Because if you just say, we tried super hard and couldn't, that's it. It's over.
There's receipts. You've been saying it for 3 months that you're going to come back and shock the world and lead the Jets to a playoffs, and the Jets are good enough to keep the boat afloat, and you're going to come back and guide it all the way to the promised land. These are coming out of your mouth, Aaron Rodgers.
If you just say, "Hey guys, we did our best," you know,
I might just be hurt. Like I might be hurt that he didn't actually come back. I kind of wanted to watch him. I kind of wanted to.
Jaded.
Yeah, it's more on me than him, really.
If you do the, "Hey guys, I had the best people in the world working on it. You know my level of commitment to this thing. We got to the point where we had to make a decision, and it does have a little bit to do with the record of the team. It does have a little bit to do with options for next year. I'm going to shoot you real straight. The reward's not worth the rub. Not going to happen." Everyone goes, "This is the most logical thing you've ever said."
Sure.
Who is this human being?
Hey, it makes sense.
Are you the NFL's Draymond Green? Like, this is wild that you just figured this all out.
See, you're saying he went to physical therapy
3 times
for 1 hour, and now he's back. Yeah, okay. This is like legit sad. I mean, and to me, this isn't having anything to do with the football season or the New York Jets or him not being able to play meaningful football in the playoffs and turning around the narrative that he's the best regular season quarterback and he always chokes in the playoffs, which is a lot of data. This is about him just wanting attention. If he's on the Pat McAfee show every whatever day he goes on and he says, "Look, guys, season's over. Like, don't make this about me anymore. Let's just talk about let's talk about the league, man.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about what's going on. I don't want to make it about me." But no, he had to make it about himself all year.
Yeah.
Keep saying, "I'm coming back." Hey, I'm working with some miracle workers. You should see the things I'm doing. It's going to be a medical marvel how fast that I heal from this Achilles. You guys, they're going to write science journal articles on me and my comeback this year. That's what he was saying all year. And now when it's time to actually do the thing he was talking about, was it my idea That's on the Jets.
Well, then carry that narrative forward, like the one you just used. Do the, hey, Jets fans, hey, New Jersey, I love you so much. Whenever the time does come and I'm there, you know what I am? I'm a year ahead.
Yeah.
I'm not learning the playbook anymore. I got the playbook down.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not learning travel schedules in the front office and my coaching staff and my team. Guys, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I'm now cyber Aaron Rodgers with my what's a half man, half robot called?
Cyborg Achilles.
Yeah, I'm Cyborg Rodgers. Like, that's what you say. You say that.
Right.
And then after it's said, everyone goes, oh, okay. Like,
It makes total sense.
It makes total sense.
We're out of the playoff hunt this year. We don't need you back, Aaron. Focus on next year. Hoist that trophy like it's only been done one time in our organization. Be our new Joe Namath and do it next year. That's the kind of focus that I'm going to bring to the New Jersey Jets organization next year. We're going to regroup. We're going to hoist that trophy. Let's go. Jets Nation, or whatever you call themselves.
And instead he said, well, it was actually the team saying some dumb stuff. It was, they did it.
Throw them under the bus.
Yeah.
Throw them under the jet.
Figure it out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I get that you think you're at a place where Aaron Rodgers, I'm looking at you, man. You're the best football player. Like I see you. You're not the best media mind in the history of the thing.
No.
You know, do like Tommy DeVito and get another agent. You know, like make someone make you make good decisions.
And also, speaking of New Jersey football, it's hilarious you bring up Tommy DeVito.
Yes.
Because he had Tommy Cutlets copywritten, and Giants fans all over the state, country, and world bought all kinds of Tommy Cutlets merch, and then he loses his job the very next week. That's almost as delicious as this Aaron Rodgers news.
Well, he didn't make that merch, though, did he?
Well, he didn't make it like by hand.
Oh.
But he had his
He had a
nickname
company
copywritten,
Oh,
and a
okay.
company did it, and it's shipped out all over the country and world, and then loses his job immediately.
Giants fans, New Jersey Giants fans are, and I always poke fun at fan bases because that's my angle in this game.
Sure.
That's the worst one. It's the one of the most losers. Like, their happiness hinges on the New Jersey Giants being, even me saying the phrase New Jersey Giants upsets them.
Right. Even though they play and practice in New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though they pay their state taxes in New Jersey. It makes as much sense to call a professional football team in Albuquerque, New Mexico,
Yeah.
the Phoenix Lobos.
Yeah. Are you going to the Santa Fe Isotopes game
Yes.
tomorrow? Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
state, not the city, Fred. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. The Texas Pistol Pete's or whatever we are.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I was trying to do a combination.
Yeah, I was with you.
The one's an Aggie, and I don't really know what agriculture has to do with having guns. Like, I don't get that.
There's so many ways. A lot we've suggested just now that are better options for Aaron Rodgers to handle this situation than the one he said when his defense was, let me boil it down real quick.
Yeah.
That's what he said. It was the defense by Aaron Rodgers.
He said, nah, fam.
Yeah. It's like, hey, okay, if it's just you and a group of like 7 people who have to go by your word, fine. I didn't say that. Cool. I get it. Nice try. You're on camera doing it.
Yeah.
You're on video and audio
all the time.
and the internet and the radio and television and every possible medium. You said these things. And now when it's time,
Well, and say your yearning is for attention, right? Say your yearning is for the spotlight.
I'm
Hey,
familiar.
same,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't do drugs, right? I have this thing. This is my thing. Sure. You know what? This thing here wasn't quite in the spot for me enough.
Yeah.
I started a pro wrestling organization because I yearn for attention.
Bob, I didn't start a wrestling organization because I have drugs.
But
That makes sense.
Thanks.
But all I ask for in life, is that shot of dopamine, that endorphin, that fire,
Preaching to the choir, bro.
Duh.
Yeah.
And I get Aaron Rodgers. And there should have been someone telling Aaron Rodgers that he could record this entire rehab, that he could get a camera crew to follow him as he does the rubber band on the ankle and the push-ups and the effort and if he wanted to stop in the middle of his rolling the bottom of his foot over a tennis ball to say some psychological, philosophical, biblical, nonsensical like spatterings into the camera. Here's the thing: you get the final edit on that, my guy.
Yeah.
Then put it out. Do that. Do that. Show people how hard you're working. Because right now, it's hard to believe that you're working.
Yeah. You're cleared. The doctor cleared you. Both your doctor and the New Jersey Jets doctor said, hey, he's good to go, guys. He's a man of his word.
Mm-hmm.
He beat it. He beat the target date. You thought he was going to be at all year?
He's the hero
Nope.
you thought he was.
Yep. He had 2, possibly 3 games to get out there and fight with his brethren in the mean green.
Uh-huh.
No. He said, nah, fam.
Nah,
this ain't for me, dog.
I'm looking around at it. A bunch of walking wounded, and you're going to put me at risk again?
These guys are a bunch of liars.
When they were all super healthy, 4 snaps in, I got hurt. Yeah, well, to be fair.
To be fair.
I mean, that was a freak thing. That's not like there was anything
Yeah,
else.
for sure.
That's
Yeah, that's just wild. Just a freak thing. Breaking news.
Oh, okay.
The New Jersey Jets trade Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers to the Denver Broncos.
Oh, smart.
For Russell Wilson and
And
Sean Payton.
Jarrett Stidham. Just take him to that way. Aaron has to play.
Yeah.
Welcome to the team. You're on. I have what I think are the 2 best college football stories when we get back. Okay.
Let's do it.
We don't give enough love to college football.
Yeah.
But it's that time of the year where there's only games that matter anymore. And really, it's not till next week, but you get the point.
I do.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Home on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday Night Football. The sports animal.
This is your home for the Claire on the radio, and not just this year. Whether it's the Chiefs
Chiefs have won Super Bowl 57.
the Buccaneers,
A win for Tom Brady.
or the Rams,
With the script right out of Hollywood.
your home for Super Bowl 58, 59, and for all the Super Bowls to come.
It lands at the 20. No one is there. Zeros on the clock. It's over. It's over. The Chiefs have won.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You got a lot of football to watch in the next few weeks. What are you eating? You might have ham and mashed potatoes left in the fridge. That's not football food. What is? Pizza, wings, hot sandwiches, calzones. They're all on the Pizza 9 menu. Pizza 9 specializes in Chicago-style deep dish pizza with dough made fresh in-house every day. It's loaded with toppings on a crispy crust. So good, it was voted best pizza in ABQ the magazine. Got a New Year's party scheduled? Don't overthink it. Get the pizza and wing special, a large pizza and an order of wings for $26.99. This Friday, Pizza 9 is our sweet deal. For just $25, you get $50 in Pizza 9 gift certificates. Visit this station's website Friday at 9 a.m. to get your deal. If you settle for ham and mashed potatoes, you should be ejected for unsportsmanlike conduct. Football and New Year's parties, well, they're better with Pizza 9.
IPS continues to make a difference for the security of business and homeowners in Albuquerque. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service, IPS. Whether it's standing guards at big box stores and small businesses or 24-hour patrols for hundreds of residential customers, IPS is doing what the police can't do, a fast, armed response to alarms. Plus, we install alarms and cameras to catch criminal activity. Our eyes are on many Albuquerque businesses to prevent them from being victimized. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. IPS, passionate about your security.
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bob. Wake up with the opening drive on 95.9 FM.
Here we go.
AM 610, the sports animal.
Mike's hot.
Yesterday, man.
Okay.
The first responders bowl.
I'm going to believe you that that's a real bowl game.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's at Gerald Ford Stadium. Okay.
I'm going to believe you that that's a real stadium.
Okay. They drink all the beer.
All right, never mind. I know. Never mind. I know this story. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
All the alcohol in Gerald Ford Stadium was consumed.
So from what I understand,
Only 5 minutes into the third, Texas State and Rice, they drink it all.
from what I understand, Texas State drank all the alcohol on their half of the stadium and then proceeded to infiltrate the other half of the stadium.
The Rice side, and they drink it all.
Yeah.
They drink it all, and 5 minutes into the third, there was no beer left in the building.
Not even. You didn't even make it to the fourth quarter. You didn't even make it to what most stadiums do, like halfway, like 7 minutes left in the fourth or whatever.
Yeah.
Then they cut you off. You didn't even make it to the cutoff part.
Oh.
You got cut off before the third
Mhm.
quarter was over. That is so impressive. That is so impressive. New Mexico State Aggies couldn't even do that at University Stadium, and they were getting whooped.
Tell me you want to be in the Big 12 without telling me you want to be in the Big 12.
Big dogs is what they are. All right, big dog's gonna eat. The real big dog gonna drink.
Because I'm proud to be an American.
Gerald Ford Stadium. From what I understand, Gerald Ford liked to party too, so they should have stocked up.
As a Texas State alum, which I don't think a lot of people say, I don't know what the graduation rate is there.
Yeah. Two different Texas colleges in another Texas college's stadium.
Yes.
Stock up the booze.
Teaching them lessons.
Oh my God. Also, it's a super conservative Methodist college and stadium, and they probably did this on purpose to teach these kids a lesson. There's probably some weird stuff like that going on. But also, don't you like money? You would have made so much more money.
This is Texas State's play, though, because Texas State is like, we're playing in the First Responder Bowl. What that? So what Texas State alum did was they said, here's what we do. We show our future bowl games just how hard we go.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff Symbieta,
Yeah.
like put these guys on your radar.
Yeah.
Because their fan base is going to show up and they're going to drink out the town. And I'm into that.
Yeah. Also, Daniel Pavia might be there next year. Diego Pavia might be there next year.
Who's Daniel Pavia?
Probably his brother. I don't know. Some D Pavia. He might be there next year. Diego Pavia's in a transfer portal.
I got an offer.
Who knows where he's going?
I think that was North Texas. But yeah, I got an offer.
Or Texas State. Who cares? You don't know yet. Have you checked his Twitter today? Maybe he got another offer.
I haven't actually.
Yeah.
Do that right now.
You want to do it right now?
Also, what's up with Rice fans?
Getting out drunk by North Texas.
I guess I mostly was talking about Rice-A-Roni, but then after that,
Yeah. You're talking about the
Krispies.
The Asian continent. You're talking about Rice fans, like actual Rice fans.
Why would I be?
Is that like a Seinfeldian joke? What are you doing? What's going on with all these Rice
What's
fans?
the deal?
Rice fans, where's the sake?
I don't know if we have breaking news, but here's the breaking news sound effect.
Okay, good job.
Diego Pavia would like to quote, "God, I give you to you."
Okay.
Western Michigan offered. That is
Okay.
Yeah, that is 4 hours ago. 8 hours ago.
So Minnesota? Well, how West Michigan is the question.
Yeah, is it
How
in the
far?
bottom? Like, put your palm out. Like,
Yeah,
which part? Glory to God, UTSA offered. The UTSA Roadrunners, is that the University of Texas San Antonio?
Yeah, they had a good year this year.
Okay. So
That's a good get.
they offered, so there you go. So
All
we've
right.
got two more.
Those are the only two from today.
Those are the only two from today.
All right.
They're rolling in.
And Diego, totally not Daniel Pavia. Put the numbers that they offered. Give us price tags.
So the university can't.
I want to see
They can't offer.
what the offer. You know, someone texts them immediately. Like the university offers you a chance to go be a student at their school and play on their football team, but then immediately after that, Rick or whatever is like, "How does $274,000 sound, Diego?"
Why that number?
That's the one I picked out of the air just
Okay.
now.
Yeah, that was a weird one. That
Yeah.
was hyper specific.
Uh-huh.
I would like to move this conversation towards where I originally wanted to go,
Okay.
which is the All Booze Cruise Conference, which is this idea I had.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So Texas State, they're in it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Legends.
Now,
New Mexico State.
I think have a shot in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Throw them a bone.
Throw them in there.
Yeah.
Also, because I'm an alum, the Wazoo,
Yeah.
it's
They don't have anything else to do
no,
there.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's their
Yeah, for
thing.
sure.
Probably Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's in for sure.
All the schools in Florida. So
northern Mexico. They play football there. Don't look at me like that.
Do they?
Okay. Arizona State.
Put them in.
They go hard.
Put them in the Booze
They
Cruise
go- they
conference
go-
that
they
we're
go
creating.
real hard.
West Virginia,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Colorado.
Hey, we're going to have a separate tournament
It's
in Florida to see which Florida team gets up. Because
yeah,
they all
it's
go
relegation.
hard. They go
for them.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida gets their own division.
Yeah, they get their own. But
Yeah, there's
but,
the top 4 Florida teams, and one goes up and down.
but it's not. We like the Booze Cruise conference does not get Florida, Florida State, Miami.
No.
Are those the only 3? Those are the 3 they don't get.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, the FIUs,
FIU.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
They-
Florida Atlantic.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boca Raton.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I don't care how much beer you drink, North Texas. How many Mai Tais on the beach can you have?
This is
Welcome to Boca Raton.
all the state schools from California because they have that weird system where they don't like San Diego State is technically like California State, San Diego, but they
They're
don't
all-
go that
yeah,
way.
they're all California
Yeah,
schools.
they're all state
Yeah.
institutes.
Sure.
But that's what we need. We need the Go Hard conference. What would I call it? The Booze Cruise conference.
We gotta. I mean, Big Sky has to have one. Montana, North Dakota, they drink up there too.
Oh, God, it's a whole-
It's just not in the news as much because they don't have internet there.
Because the sheriff that pulls them over is their uncle.
Yeah. You
No.
never hear about it. Yeah, those stories don't make it.
I lived in Montana for years. That Bozeman, like
Hard.
West area, it's weird out there, dude.
Yeah.
Like in a bad way, weird. Like you kind of get why Ryan Leaf ended up the way he did. You know, like
yeah. In Idaho, I mean, Idaho goes hard too.
Coeur d'Alene goes hard.
Yeah. Idaho's like, we're not Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
We're very adjacent though.
I don't know who are we missing. There's got to be some heavy hitters that we're leaving off here.
Of universities that just go hard.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
what's
I mentioned Colorado.
Like Sam Adams country, like a Boston or a Connecticut. Like who goes the
Oh,
hardest?
Rutgers. Rutgers goes hard.
Rutgers goes hard.
Yeah.
We got to have a Northeast school. Like who parties the hardest in the Northeast?
See, I think Syracuse is soft. I think like
Yeah.
if Georgetown to me is soft.
Sure. Same.
Same. Before Sandusky, I would have maybe said Penn State, but now they're just weird.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a
them Penn State, and Michigan State.
Oh, hey.
out.
Terre Haute, Indiana State.
Indiana, boom.
Yeah, they
There
go.
you
That's
go.
a weird
There
out.
you go.
That's a place.
Yep. All right, I got you.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I'm with you on that one.
I was trying to come up with those Kentucky ones, but they all get sucked into Bible stuff.
Yeah, no, yeah, that one's too much. Maybe like a Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go hard there.
So I got a buddy who teaches there. Coastal Carolina, there's no one from the Carolinas there. It's all like blue blood transfers from the New England area. And that's where they go to get away from like that life.
For sure.
You know? Yeah, this is what I'm into though. This is the exact go hard plan that is needed in Texas State. Congratulations. You're gonna win the conference every year.
Heavy favorite so far.
Yeah, they're
Heavy
awesome, dude. It's sweet to be a group of fans that are like, no offense to the game, like the game is fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But to be like, you know what we should do, because 45-21's a whole blowout. That's a blowout.
Mm-hmm.
What we should do is we should drink all the beer here, go to the other side,
Drink their beer.
and drink their beer.
Because there's no way those cowards are doing it.
And it's like you're like, well, they might be mean to us. They're not in line drinking beer. That's
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, and Rice is like the Ivy League.
They got shut down.
They're like the Stanford of Texas. Rice is as close as it gets in Texas.
Everyone in that football field
Yeah.
is going to cure cancer
They're
one
like,
day.
they're like, hey, let's outdrink these dorks. We're gonna drink everything we got on this side. We're going to this other side. Let's party, baby.
There's a rally call beforehand where Texas State is like, we're going to drink the stadium dry.
Yes. It's like, hey, everybody, like go hard on the tailgate, but not that hard.
Right.
Also, this is the First Responders Bowl. We're well taken care of. Go crazy.
There was also a weird hot mic in that game, which we're not going to talk about for any reason. But
Can't.
no, but sweet college football story. The best college football story of the day, though, Van, we have not mentioned.
Okay, hit
we're,
me with it.
We're going to tell you whenever we get back about this staggering update to the Orange Bowl, man. The Orange Bowl, which is obviously Saturday. Watch that before you come to Duke City Championship Wrestling.
Smart.
By the way, tickets for Duke City Championship Wrestling, man, we haven't talked about this week.
Okay.
They have gone like hotcakes. Like,
All right.
there are going to be so many people there. It's going to be so much fun. DCCWtickets.com.
I'll be there, man.
I don't think you can get them by the ring anymore, though. They're like all
the seats.
Yeah, I
are
think
gone.
it's GAs only.
Well, come hang with me at the bar, boys. Let's go.
And
girls.
And
ladies.
I need to put you
and
on
they thems.
I need to put you on payroll with how well you do with the parties at the bar.
Oh, we go hard back there. Yeah, I do need a cut of the bar tab. That's foolish of me not leaning into that.
I'm pulling up the thing. Yeah, there are 4 ringside seats. They're not even ringside. There's 4 seats.
Seats, period.
Which, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a cap on this thing. So anyways, DCCWtickets.com. Go there if you want to hang out with us. Saturday night. Saturday night is our New Year's. Like, we're gonna treat that the goodbye 2023. Good riddance, people will say sometimes. It actually professionally was a pretty good year for us.
You guys are crushing it.
Yeah. Personally, it was like not the best for me. Like, my dad gets cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I got like a lady situation. There's
bummer.
Yeah, I'm like all that can all go. But Duke City Championship Wrestling, you got me.
Keeps you afloat.
Friends of the show.
Good.
Thank you for letting me create this thing so I didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
Ist.
Definitely
Arrogancely. Let's tune it on. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Where are you going in 2024?
Claire.
Love takes you in a 2024 Subaru Outback from Fiesta Subaru during our Share the Love event happening now. Come into our brand new state-of-the-art store on the corner of Lomas Boulevard and drive away in an Outback for 2.9% APR for 48 months. This fun and sturdy SUV comes in 9 trims with legendary traction and all-wheel drive. Go where love takes you in a 2024 Outback from Fiesta Subaru. We're located at 7100 Lomas.
Blake's Slaughterburger has been a New Mexico favorite since 1952. They use the best ingredients like their very own Hatch green chili and fresh premium beef patties. And they cook your food fresh when you order it. Blake's Slaughterburger, the first there was, the best there is.
Honey, come here. 2 minutes.
Check it out. The prices on all these highly rated tequilas are amazing. Total Wine must have made a mistake.
Nope, they always have the best deals in town. Remember that amazing reposado your sister brought over last week? See, it's right here.
Whoa, that's a low price. I mean, whoa, that's a low price.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly. B21.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Contact text.
1 minute.
Sales and restrictions.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-539-5094. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the max
back in 30
law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-539-5094 right now before the IRS enforces lien.
Back in 10.
Aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-539-50.
Hey guys.
539-5094. 800-539-5094.
Don't just friggin' sit there. Get in the
Yeah.
9
Sure you are.
0610.
Mike's hot.
Man, you pretty excited? Man, are you excited for December 30th?
Oh, jealous.
I'm not talking about the historic El Rey Theater in
Oh,
Duke City
crap. What are you
Championship
talking about?
Wrestling. Talk about the Orange Bowl van.
Ooh.
The number 6 Georgia Bulldogs will take on the number 4 Florida State Seminoles. The number 4, not in the Final Four, but you understand what I'm saying.
Got you.
In the Orange Bowl van.
So
in
there's
Miami.
still 4 in the top 25. You
Mm-hmm.
think they would have bumped them to avoid even more controversy? That's wild.
Well, speaking of 4, nearly 40 players combined from both teams are pulling out or transferring
That's
from
my
the Orange Bowl.
That's my favorite method.
Let that one sit for a second.
It's okay.
It's 38 players from FSU and 2 players from the University of Georgia. But you get the point, man.
Okay.
They're not going to play in this one.
Okay. Is this like some kind of pseudo boycott? Or is this waiting for their team to transfer to some other better conference where they will get the respect that they deserve?
We're talking about the Disappointment Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Exactly what this is.
The Florida State thing, if you're good enough to get paid somewhere else, you leave that school. That school doesn't care about you.
It seems like the school and the conference didn't lobby as hard or point enough fingers or work hard enough to make sure that you're undefeated in a Power 5 conference and you still didn't get it. You got to be disappointed in the school.
You know what's so funny about this stat? The nearly 40 players out for the Orange Bowl, 38 of them being Florida State, 2 of them being Georgia. This is like when somebody's like, the combined home run hitters by brothers are Hank Aaron and his brother, other Aaron.
Rick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There's nearly 40 combined Oscar nominations between me, you, and Tom Hanks.
That's correct.
That's what this is.
Exactly that. Like, this is Florida State players saying, you know what? I'd rather not. You didn't get into the big dance. You didn't get into what you've been working for all year. You got hosed. We talked about it ad nauseum on this program. Why do another one?
Hey, and then
I'm transferring anyways to somewhere that's going to give me more money, unless this school goes to a conference that the people who care about seeding will pay attention to. I'm gone anyways.
And then college football, the organization bump you from the primetime slot so that ESPN can air Saturday Night Football instead of Monday Night Football, or however it works out.
Yeah.
Because it's New Year's.
Correct.
No one cares about you.
No one cares. Not the viewership. Not the people who decide where you're going to go. Not your board of regents. Not the university themselves. Not the conference. Why play?
Georgia will win this thing.
Oh, my God. In some embarrassing, overwhelming, resounding fashion. Like, just embarrass them.
And then when they win that thing, what's going to happen is they're only going to win it by 3 tutties or something. And then everyone's going to be like, hey, Georgia, that's not enough tutties.
Yeah.
Like, there's not enough ways for you to win this thing.
So you're out of next year's playoffs, too.
Correct. Everyone sucks.
You are an embarrassment to the 5th best team of all time.
Hear me out. If you're Florida State, opt out of the game.
Yeah.
Claim your undefeated season. Claim your national championship.
Done.
And be done.
Sure. Yeah.
And if anyone's got a problem, say call the selection committee. Yeah, just be done.
Hey, North Texas, what are you doing?
Yeah. Hey, you want to party?
What are you guys doing?
Let's party.
What are you doing next Saturday, North Texas?
That's what we should.
Come drink these guys out of beer.
It's lose-lose, man. This is the most lose-lose possible thing ever. Also, if they're playing in the college football playoff, that transfer portal and it looks incredibly different. Incredibly different.
I'm assuming the 2 guys who aren't playing for Georgia are their 2 first or second round pick kind of dudes.
I would have to look.
It's like, I can't get hurt and jeopardize my future. And the other 38 guys are just double middle finger up. Pee on your logo. Don't give a flying expletive about anything that happens during the game.
I just don't get it, dude. Like, and why doesn't FBS do it the way that like D2 does it? where it's like, if you win the conference, this is who you're playing. If you don't win the conference, you're not playing.
Yeah.
And if you win this one, you play the winner of this other conference. And you just go through a straight tourney, boy. Like, why is that not an option?
I know we've hit this already on the program, but next year it's going to be so much easier to just discount the guy who doesn't make it. Because when you only got 4 that get in, the 5th one is always going to be upset. The 5th one is always going to make the case. And this being the last year of 4 teams in the playoffs, and the 5th team is undefeated, and the 6th team is probably the best roster in all of college football. Once you got 12 next year, you don't have to make those arguments, because there's a giant difference in the 5th not making it and the 13th not making it.
The conversation at that point will be this one, which will be the top 6 versus the bottom 6, home versus away, whatever. But they're all in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you start talking about 13,
yeah,
you miss me.
Sure.
Miss me completely.
Whatever. Yeah. We got our spots locked in. I mean, and that argument is like, do better. Just, you should have done one game better, right? To the 13th team, you're like, that's on you. The guy who got the 5th, who barely got left out, who went undefeated and won a Power 5 conference, like, that's the one you're like, this is a bad system. This is dumb. You should miss the last one. I would miss too. I would like join in solidarity and be like, hey, let's not stop at 38 people.
You too, brother?
All of us. You're going to have to call FIU to come play in this game.
All right. 3 QB1, QB2, QB4 all out. Either injury, transfer. Running back 1, running back 2, running back 3. Opt out, injury, or transfer. Running back 5, transfer. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, both opted out. Tight end 1, tight end 3, transferred and opted out. Center 2, transfer. Right tackle 2, that doesn't matter, transfer. Defensive end 1, he's out. Defensive tackle 1, he's out. Linebacker 3, he's out. Cornerback 1 out. Nickel corner 1 out. Safety 1 out.
Oh my God.
This is all super real. This is all Florida State.
What's the biggest spread that's ever been in a bowl game? Because this might top it.
How does Kirby Smart get all of his dudes to buy in?
Because they want to play for Georgia next year. They were 2 minutes away from a national championship. Of course they want to play for that team again. Of course they want to make that Georgia money next year.
If they had Coach Prime there, it'd been cool.
If
All
Florida,
those dudes
if Florida State,
they'd have been in the Final Four.
I know we're joking about it, but it's 100% true.
Yeah. Also, if you're like Florida State player, why should you care about this game?
Yeah, you already got hosed.
You already got, yeah.
Hey guys, let's join together one more time. Let's be brothers on the field. We've worked so hard for this all year. Come on, guys, let's do this.
And you press you press play on the Any Given Sunday speech with what's the guy's name from The Godfather?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Yeah.
And 1 inch. That's live coming. It's, you know which one I'm talking about, that everyone's seen a million times.
For sure.
Then you play the Tim Tebow speech. No one's ever gonna play harder than me or whatever. And then you play Dean Ambrose versus John Cena. You pretend to be a wrestler. I am a wrestler.
I don't know that one.
Okay,
I'm familiar with the first ones.
Do you want me to keep going on inspirational
Sure, we
speeches?
got time.
All right. You do the one where
like JFK.
Which one was that?
Football day.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. With that impression. Bobby, the still good back in the studio. Thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you.
Man, AB Jackson was lovely today.
Oh my God, AB Jackson was crushing it. You missed out on a fun night tonight, and you missed out on me buying you a beer.
Oh, darn.
Final words, brother?
Hey, check out the opening drive tomorrow. Those guys absolutely crushing every single one.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow at Sadie's.